Welcome back to the Better Late Than Never crew.
All right.
Yeah.
Everybody who's vaccinated gets initiative on their first roll or advantage on their first roll. So,
Dang.
Bullshit. Hit me up tomorrow.
Yep. Oh, just the dungeon master?
Just
right.
the DM. I gotta wait till May, dudes.
May?
For your first?
Yep.
Why?
Because I'm having some little insurance.
It's free.
Doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter.
It's free. Go to QFC.
I'll go
Yeah,
to
QFC or you wake up early enough, like 5 or 6 or whatever. I signed up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and there was all the openings at Walmart for their pharmacy.
Okay. You have to remember insurance too.
Yeah, but it says optional. You don't have to say. I'm telling you, go to the QFC, sign up.
Yep. I will.
They search for all the QFCs in the area too. Like Walmart made you do a specific store and stuff.
No, they gave me a list.
Did they? Sweet.
Yeah.
So I would check both of those.
Yep.
Jesse got it from Walmart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get your vaccinations, everybody.
That's free
Yeah,
plug.
if you're in
right
Washington,
Yep.
16 and up now, right?
All 3 or 4 of our viewers get vaccinated, because why not?
They're like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Half of them took you to your vaccination appointment.
You probably saw half of our viewers in person today.
Yeah.
This is Chronicles of the Coast, our
pretty popular
Dungeons and
stream.
Dragons stream,
Oh, man.
where we have the famed Black Lotus, intrepid and experienced adventurers who are combating against the dark evil of the Somber Citadel. It is a challenge of wit and guile, skill and craftsmanship versus the dark machinations of some unseen hand.
So we're not doing very well naturally because we lack many of those things.
Craftsmanship on the high, guile on the low.
Yeah, that's low.
So, last we left off, you had battled against some lich, but as many of you have expressed, that felt too easy.
Mm-hmm.
Exploring around, you saw that there was a treasure trove of gold and jewels.
So much gold.
Yeah, no touchy.
Yep, left it behind.
Left it behind.
Ventured into the next room.
Bastard.
There was an elaborate, massive-looking laboratory of craftsmanship, of alchemical items.
It's cruel.
Alembics, flanges, calcifiers.
Did you say an
tubing.
alembic?
An alembic.
Explain.
An alembic is you place heat on the underside, and as stuff boils up, it comes to the top, and then as it condensates at the top, it'll drip out through the tube, so you can separate. It's almost like it's basically a type of distillation,
Perfect.
but it's
Okay.
I learned all about that in Breaking Bad.
yeah,
It's a 1,000 milliliter boiler.
Oh, no, that's the worst place to learn chemistry.
Well, I don't practice.
Science, bitch.
Right?
So
academic purposes.
there is a Breaking Bad style laboratory in this place.
Dope.
It's everything. It's got everything. And you believe that somebody skilled and knowledgeable in such things might be able to craft a couple of different things.
But
perhaps.
instead, you're left with me,
Mm-hmm.
and so I can make something okay
With
with like a whole day.
You got like a 19, right?
But you know what?
I don't think it was
We're
that
going
high.
down in the
It was
history
like
books.
it was just
Okay,
close to the
maybe.
Well, I
DC
mean,
20.
we've got
I think
time,
is what it
right?
was.
That's all we have.
On top of that, you also opened up one final
There's
door
something
just to
young.
see what was on the inside before we called it a night. And there you found that there was a room flanked on 2 sides by snarling, grotesque statuary of macabre-looking demons and devils. And at the end of this long hall, seated upon a pedestal, was a black silk draped over some sort of spherical-like object, not pulsating, but this one giving off a gentle, steady, somewhat malicious red glow through the thin veneer of the silk handkerchief upon it.
Excuse me. Do you think we could get a little poetry reading before the start of this session?
What do you want to hear?
I'd like to hear the entire poem, if possible. Never heard it in its entirety yet.
Entire poem. Yeah. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wrong poem.
Damn it.
Hey diddle diddle.
Right?
No. Alright. Everything that you have found so far. I applaud you, my most astute witness, for you have spied my first clue. So heed my warning, a threat most true. You tread upon the stones of death's true grimace. For only the brave shall plunder the darkness. Atop these steps an altar awaits. Cold black stone hungers for final breaths. 3 vigils, celestial beacons, unlock the gates. Shun the flaw of my scheme, thy edict heralds death. Pass through the ebon portal to find the silver sword. 3 eyes upon the way, 3 eyes the path will show. Some that burn, others sting, and evermore that bite. They who lurk on a perch, blacken veins with blight. As you tread the serpent's den, to meet the Lord of Bone. Light will guide you gently through these forlorn chambers. A scepter and crown upon a throne. Only the Ossian mantle shall open the way. Heed not your avarice, or your freedom you'll pay. Find your refuge by the pages of a tome. By the light of flame, the silk should part.
Okay.
Okay.
So we are close.
So, we see silk.
And
I throw
I
light at it.
have the mantle.
The ocean, etc. The bone mantle.
It's currently on Mooney's head.
As well as the laboratory.
Oh, was it you?
I have it.
It's currently
The
on.
One further detail,
Necklace.
the laboratory.
There's a scepter.
There were 2 vats of chemicals, green and blue, with no clear way to open them up. Inside of one was a black head of a scepter, and on the other was apparently the leaden scepter itself. It looks obvious that the 2 go together.
But probably not the chemicals.
Oh, come on.
So,
Does this apparatus where the scepter... we're not in that room anymore, so I guess it doesn't really make sense to ask questions, but... was there, like, tubes going from one of the tanks to the other? Like...
Nope.
It's just...
There and there.
one...
2 separately contained chemicals.
And is it, like, just sitting on top of a workbench? Or is it,
It
like,
was in a thing.
installed in a thing? Like,
It has
how...
a 3-legged type of stanchion that it stands upon. There's glass from the bottom up to the top, and up at the top it's capped in some sort of mithril crown. The cylinders themselves are easily 6 feet wide. They're massive cylinders. And suspended inside, right in the midst of the tank, are 2 pieces of a scepter.
So we had some ideas. But I believe we were going to go check out. No, we do have to get the scepter now.
Yes.
Okay, so I
We
think
do
we
need
had
the
some ideas last week. We were perhaps going to use some glass blowing to create a hole to drain the liquid into a different vial or a different bubble of glass.
Of which there are plenty in here.
Right.
There are many. I mean, that's not a terrible idea, but it's 6 feet tall. It's a lot of liquid. Many glass balls.
You don't have to drain it down
6
past
feet wide, 10 feet
6
tall.
feet wide.
Ooh, wide.
Holy
It's a
moly.
big jug.
Hundreds of gallons.
Can we fashion? So I'm looking around. Can we fashion a glass rod, like a dowsing rod, something that we can maybe hook it out from the top with?
No need to fashion one, for there are such glass rods here sitting inside of several of the large cauldrons. Glass stirring rods exist here.
What does the top of these containers look like? Are they open?
Nope, they appear to be capped with some sort of very expensive and elaborately ornate mithril cap.
Even the best at their craft have a learning curve. Mistakes can be made. And while I'm doing this, Taz starts looking around the room, all over the floor. There has to be something here.
Splash.
Well, just in case,
Any
I start
sense?
looking for a drain. And, because there's a lot of liquid. There has to be like a way in case he had an accident for something. So I start looking for that.
Like a drain.
Perception search.
Along the same vein, like chemical splashes, how they would affect stone. Like if it was an acid or a base, if it would leave a chemical trail or something, like when they're filling these tubes, if there's any splashes or anything like that.
Oh, they're looking around. Give me an investigation check for that.
We'll run on his.
It's not gonna be great.
Well, maybe I'll assist you then. Roll anyway.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna need that.
Come on now. Yeah.
That's so much better.
So much better.
Okay, so
Two.
that's. You've broken the puzzle. It's an 18.
Looking around, you see that there are scorch marks upon the bone amalgamation of stones. There's etchings. There's evidence of alchemical accidents and reactions all about the place. No drain.
No drain. How did he get this much liquid down here?
Magic.
Yeah, magic, but I mean, there's no such spell as create alchemical liquid. He had to have had it brought down here somehow. Teleported maybe, but there's no. It doesn't make sense.
Maybe it was just made down here.
Wheeled in,
It's difficult to get down here.
brought in through teleportation circles. Magics.
Teleportation.
Drained out of bags of endless holes.
Are there any teleportation circles in here? DM? Are there any teleportation circles?
None that you saw.
Okay. Any levers, twisties, buttons, or anything on these two bats?
I was
Nope.
just gonna say that, but throughout the whole room.
Throughout the whole room.
Yes.
There's all kinds of machinations all about. You see that many of the weird and unusual devices in this place have buttons and levers of some sort,
Okay.
although they seem to obviously go to whatever it is that they are paired with. You see that the calcifiers have certain things. There is even a small forge with a bellows for glass blowing and smithing. There's various chains and chain pulls in order to raise and lower heavy objects. There's a massive acid bath against one wall that looks like it's all set with sinister, malicious-looking hooks to raise and lower something out of an acid bath.
Wow.
Things of great weight. But on these tubes themselves, they appear to be a fixture of display. They don't appear to have any sort of use.
Can I look for like secret doors or anything like that?
Give me
Trap
a
doors.
perception search for secret doors.
$16.
You do not see any secret doors in this room.
So there's no obvious
There's a magnet under the table.
drain or anything like that on these. They just seem to be a completely sealed unit.
Yep. You don't even see air inside.
Okay.
I walk over, unless anyone has any other ideas first, I walk over towards the acid bath. Can I grab one of the glass poles on my way over there?
Absolutely.
How long are these poles?
3 feet.
Nice, perfect. Going over to the acid bath, I just put the tip of the glass in the acid and then raise it up to see the effect.
Nothing.
Okay. I used it to kind of swoosh around to see if there's anything in the bath.
You can see mostly to the bottom.
Oh.
It's not even really murky acid.
Okay.
In fact, it's pretty clear like water, but you can tell that it's acid because it gives a bit of a sting to the
Yeah.
nostrils as you get closer.
Okay.
As it does splash a little bit and the acid itself kind of rises where it is, you see that it does have a reaction with the metal and that it creates sort of a crusty metal surface as it washes up against it, and as the acid settles once again, it leaves behind what you can tell is that this acid is so incredibly caustic that the only thing it doesn't burn is the weird crust that it forms on the metal that it is inside of.
Okay, so if not that crust, it would then burn through the container it's in?
It seems like it would begin to corrode.
Okay.
It would corrode even metal.
So, thinking about that concept, could I then dip armor in it, and then once it's covered in that, would it have acid resistance? Like that kind of concept?
Give me an intelligence check.
I'm good at those. Oh, it was almost 20. That's still not bad. 19 if you're just adding plus 5.
You recognize that this is an incredibly rare and extremely potent type of acid. It reacts immediately, and it hates everything, with the exception of glass, which it does react with to a degree, and the type of metal that the crust that it forms from the chemical reaction. You know that, yes, with this, you could dip metal into it, and it would form this crust along that metal. Doing so would lower the item's armor class by 2, but would confer acid resistance.
Interesting. I confer that. I'm not sure if anyone wants to take advantage of such things, but that's very curious.
It is
I
curious.
also wonder if we can use these pulleys and levers to lift these giant obelisks.
Okay. So like for scale,
So I'm just trying to visualize what we're looking at.
that's what it would kind of look like.
What?
Yeah,
You
it's
stood
think
it
about
up.
it. It's 6 feet wide and 10 feet tall.
Each one of these tubes
That's
Yeah.
how big that
is a
glass
swimming
cylinder
pool
is.
full of chemicals. Okay, but it's clear enough for us to see through into the object.
One's red, one's
Interesting.
blue.
Just a minute, Rick. It was a bad idea, okay?
Yeah.
I thought I said green and blue.
No,
Said red and blue.
okay. I love that one.
I heard red.
It's kind of like purple.
Black opal headpiece.
Okay, so there is no lifting these things. Clearly, there's way too much liquids.
Yeah. Gallon of water.
I was
is
literally
8
about to
pounds.
try to
Oh, no, it's blue and yellow.
Blue and
Oh,
yellow.
I'm still yoked
Yeah,
up.
dude,
Fire
I was just like,
giant.
Okay.
Trying
Green
to
don't make
figure
green.
I was
Dun,
like-
dun, dun, dun.
Trying to figure out the math for that real quick.
How many gallons are in there?
Poison.
Yeah. Magma figured it out. They can say that.
So,
It's like nosebleed really quick and he says it.
so things to worry about. There's no air in there. It could react, either by releasing a gas into the air or exploding. We don't know.
The container.
You're saying that the stuff we breathe in acts with that and becomes like an explosion?
Could.
That's crazy.
So
In the
when
room?
when
I
we're
don't believe
thinking
it.
of methods of draining and or doing the otherwise, that's something to be aware of.
Can anybody let?
Only a madman would make it explosive to air.
Hey, wait.
How did you find that out?
Can any of those guys upstairs cast
It's-
magic?
Have guys upstairs.
Yeah, if we give them a wire, because
How's
it's
that
here.
possible?
We could bring one of them down here and ask them if they can turn this into like a different liquid.
Yes, one of them was a wizard. But he was the dick.
The Dick Wizard, another one?
Well, with the giant metal body,
I thought you got rid of
it
all
would
those
be
guys.
less
Excuse me.
prone to damage from the acid.
Hey, you know, you're a real good friend,
Right?
and
Get
Wow.
it?
I can't be a witness.
So
to
how
that.
many, if I was doing rough math, how many feet or 3-foot glass rods would I need to connect to each other to reach the object from the top?
How are you going to connect them?
Like glass blind.
2 at 6 feet.
Oh,
Or it's 10 feet tall.
yeah, there is equipment in here for glass blowing. I did
had
say that, didn't
plastic
I?
equipment.
Well,
If it's suspended in the center,
suspended in the center, I said they're 10 feet high. You're going to need at least 2 of these rods.
at least, okay.
The only real obstacle in front of
Yeah,
you
open
now
top.
is that these are just it's a rod. It looks like an unsharpened pencil, basically.
Yeah.
And that one of them it looks like a black opal
Hmm.
suspended in there, and the other one it looks to be
In the metal rod? No,
No,
you're
no,
talking about
in the tank.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
and
So
the
how
other
would
one
I get them? Got
the
it.
other one appears to just be a lead scepter with prongs.
So we need some sort of
Hooky Bob.
hooky bob with our
claw.
glass. We need to create. So who's the best glass blower?
We've got a kit.
Right?
Mm-hmm. But I can't do that.
it's It's a measure of technique and skill.
Well, how do you
Only
judge
a master
glass
can do that.
Oh my god, let me check out my harvester guide.
Only badger sack right here.
Well, do you guys have silica? First off?
I'm a mason.
Yeah,
Of
I
course
just
I have
carry that
silica.
with me all the time.
Hold on.
No, you don't.
Got pocket sand.
You go over to a stand where there's a pile of silica next to somebody else's mason
Yeah,
tools.
right.
There's a stack of bricks there and some mortar.
Hey, maybe you can make a forge.
Don't sniff that.
As you're standing next to a forge.
Yeah, they have one.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
So, we can attempt to create a glass device which we can dip in and retrieve these objects.
Maybe we
we
could,
also need to enter them.
like a group skill check of some sort.
That would be a
Like,
great
maybe
idea.
somebody could like direct it, and then 2 guys could be like the muscle for spinning it, and then like the other guy could stand there and watch.
and root us on.
I mean, I have an eye
Tell
for
us what they
detail.
think they
I'm
know.
a
Perfect.
bit of a jeweler. It's-
There you go.
Is it a plan? Break!
Do it.
Let's do it.
Alright.
Arr.
DM. How does this go down?
What do you do?
Alright,
Is
so
there
we're
twerking
attempting
involved?
to join 3 glass rods together end to end and then create some sort of basket with a hook.
Who does it?
All of us together.
Yeah, describe how it
What
works.
do we need to do?
Right. Somebody's rolling, and
Well, I figure it's
none
a-
of you are proficient in glass blowing tools.
So we
I
don't get
figure
our
it's a
proficiency
group
bonus.
skill check.
So you don't get a proficiency bonus.
But is
We
it-
do have a
like,
glass
is it
blowing kit.
intelligence?
We need a guy to
Because I
to
would
like
be happy to
describe
roll that.
how to do it, and then you have to have 2 people doing the work at the same time.
Badger
the other
sack!
person's the watcher.
Would you say that glass blowing is an intelligence check or a dexterity check?
Ooh.
Let's look to the chat.
Ooh, he may be busy. He was.
Yeah, that's-
You're
Oh, yeah, he
this
said he
is
might-
He was
more-
talking.
Put your lips together and blow.
Oh god.
That's what he
So
says.
it's a charisma check.
Give me that side eye, John.
Well, so no, I like. So we
Lip
need a
blowing.
hands. We need some strength. We need some charisma,
glass is
and
heavy.
we need some knowledge on how to put it all together. We got those. So why don't we all do a check of our own design?
Yeah, like a group check.
Ooh, I know. Let's not. Let's. Okay.
All right.
Where I come from, we have a bit of a saying, right?
Here we go.
You measure twice and you cut once.
Correct.
Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
So here's my thoughts. Okay, what we need to do is we need to practice. Okay, we don't want to shoot our shot with the 3 items that we need. So
That's
let's
true.
see how this works. I've never blown glass before. I've witnessed it. Rudimentary
air
knowledge. I know it
involved.
involves getting glass
Good.
very hot, spinning it, and blowing into it. That is all I know.
How you gonna roll it?
Well, that would be how you make bubbles.
Well, we do need
Right.
somewhat
We're
of a
not
bubble.
trying to. You're right. A hook at the ends.
Mhm.
I'm not sure how that's gonna work.
Like a kind of a basket thing, right?
So maybe we could put
Give me a damn dexterity check.
a metal object in the end and then get it soft and have it go around it somehow.
Okay, you give me an intelligence check. You give me a dexterity check.
Okay.
Nakama, you give me a charisma check for you to put your lips
I
together
would
and blow.
love to give everyone guidance
Great,
on
give it to
all
the
the
first
rolls.
All right.
All of you succeed past 15.
Oh, that's not.
All of us?
Can I give them guidance each all of us, or just one person?
Can you?
I can if it's not at the exact same time. It's every 6 seconds I can do guidance.
What's
Yeah,
that?
these all
It's a
happen at the same
cantrip.
time.
Yeah,
I mean,
but like,
you can't
is
all
it
hold the rod at the
concentration?
same
Yeah,
time,
Can
right?
you give How long does guidance last?
6 seconds.
It lasts for 6 seconds.
I think.
Yeah, one
Long enough for
action.
them to make the check. I don't know. So in a situation where like we're doing a
Pick
ritual,
one.
I should
Pick one.
Fair enough. That's what I was gonna say.
These are all happening at the same time.
All of us
I
get
don't
plus
care,
5,
pick
right?
Okay.
Dan.
All of us get plus 5.
That's a save.
I'm taking it myself.
All right, come on.
I needed it.
I kind of needed it. I got the same thing as you, dude.
15.
Okay.
You made it?
Yes, even
I made
with
it
my
too.
-2.
So I got 17s on mine.
You didn't tell me what I had to roll for.
23.
Your best stat.
Oh, my best? Okay,
Sure.
yeah.
Well, I'm
No.
speaking for you. Sorry.
24.
No, he gave me my worst stat.
24. There we go. 3 passes.
I passed.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I failed.
At what?
I got a
The
12.
roll I
Four.
probably should have rolled. The dex
Dexterity.
roll.
Dexterity.
So
you
you're
rolled a dex.
That's what he wanted.
you're trying to you put this stuff in there and it turns to putty and it's melting and you hook it out and you're trying to get it all and it's going everywhere and Mooney just pushes you out of the way. It's like you're embarrassing us.
Hurry up!
And he takes it and it's really not charisma based to blow into something. I'm messing.
I already know.
But whatever.
I just did it anyway.
Nakmal blows into this thing and it's like
Yeah, it works
We only keep
perfect.
turning this so many times.
creates a
getting
balloon
cold.
out of this glass. And what?
I'm like, not a balloon. We're joining
No
the
balloon,
method.
I'm just turning.
And I
You
pop the
shape
balloon,
it.
and somehow the glass like just grabs onto
You
both
just
the rods.
stick 2 rods in there and they sink in the balloon.
We know that's not how it works.
The bubble collapses
imagining
and it
magic
fuses
cringe.
I
together.
accidentally inhale.
Oh no!
That causes
Liquid glass.
Oh, that was hot. Just the heat.
That causes the glass bubble to shrink in on itself. Then it vacuum seals 2
Yeah,
glass
there you
rods
go.
together. And you guys repeat that for a second one because this was dumb.
Fucking beginner's luck and
So you got it.
stupidity.
I don't know. The DM gave up really fast on that, guys. I think he's ready for us to fail immediately.
Well, we still have to. Well, he's got an 8.
Long.
All right, so now we have a device. We still need to find our way into these things.
I got spades is what I got.
Yeah.
Do they
Both
like,
awesome.
Well,
Do they unscrew? There's like these mithril caps,
A
right?
10-foot
card,
mithril
Jesse.
cap.
Yeah, is there like a you know,
Like a
are there like bolts?
That mithril cap itself has got to be worth at least 5,000 gold a
If we
piece.
can lift it out of
If we
here.
could get it out. of
Nakma.
here.
Mithril's
thinking-
incredibly light.
Nakma's dad.
We can melt it down in the
Pops
forge.
into his
Into
head and says
coins
these
and
big
bars.
glass cylinders
What if
would be
it's like,
worth a lot intact.
what if it's like
That's what Nakma's dad's saying in his head right now. These glass cylinders would be a lot on the market intact.
okay, so like
You ignoring the mithril? And
I'm
talking about
working my
glass
way up.
cylinders.
what if it's like those pipes?
But the glass jaws, man.
It's
you know,
beautiful.
like a main, a water main, and you need like a special like tool to open it up.
That I can do.
Yes, is there a tool to open up? That's a great idea. Is
I
there?
got
Yeah,
an
is there
axe
any-
that'll beat the
is there
shit
any,
out of that mithril.
Is it like a spanner
Weird
wrench?
looking.
Let's
yeah,
do it.
like
Let's
a
do some
spanner,
perception
like,
checks.
A
connector.
spanner is a wrench.
It's a
It is. It
okay,
says spanner
Mr. Carpenter.
wrench.
We get it. You're skilled with tools. Okay.
No need to normal shame us.
I'm really not. I'm really not.
Tool
And I can
flexing
see
over
that because nobody at work watches our show.
Hey,
there. He's flexing his tools. It's tool knowledge.
that's what he is.
That's just too good.
Wisest god of all. Who's the wisest god of all? He
Oh.
just showed up.
Oh, he's watching. That means that now I'm obligated to watch him play. What's he been playing lately?
Now he's like, oh, somebody from work.
To the
is
Allfather.
watching.
Brawlhalla. I'm now obligated to watch him play Brawlhalla.
Brawlhalla.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Hi, Odin. Shout out to Odin.
Yes.
Anyway, so
My kid's watching too.
you're looking at the cap. Let me intervene here. Before you look for a tool, you look at the cap, and you see that there is not a spot on the cap for a tool. But what you also notice about this cap is there's some kind of weird, dried, crusty something along the rim of the cap.
Don't open it.
Intelligence check.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
I mean, does it match the acid stuff?
Nope.
From the valve. Okay.
That is a.
Well, that's good.
Pretty good. It's just a 16.
This
Just one individual roll.
I rolled a 2.
He didn't tell me to come look at it or anything.
Didn't I hear you
Oh, I
say
didn't.
something?
Hey, Cormac! Look, there's some kind of weird grease on the side of this.
It tastes
funny.
Yeah!
Oh no, it's not
Where I
grease.
come from, we lick and taste everything
He
first.
doesn't know. Neither do I.
Cormac, come over here
Yeah,
and
lick
take a
and
look.
taste. Yeah. No, I want to hear what this 16
I do
is
too.
first.
I do too.
You mentioned something about finding some material for solvent or glue. Oh,
Did I?
you did earlier when you were inspecting here. I heard you muttering something about I could glue anything together with this.
That's what it's called. I
Think
forgot.
anything
Had a brain
apart
fart for a
with
second.
this.
Yeah,
I thought so too.
sovereign glue.
Indeed.
Oh, neat.
Great. It's never coming off.
Unless, and this is just a rumor that I have
Peon.
heard, but I've heard of an existence of a type of universal solvent here on Amarth. Legends only spoken of amongst the elves. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
You know, like a recipe for
Have
that.
I?
Yeah, you have.
Yes, I have.
Of course, I knew you had. Now, if we were able to obtain some of this universal solvent,
Right.
perhaps we could dissolve the glue that is around the mithril cap.
Where would we get such a thing?
In this lab.
I can make some.
Perhaps amongst some of these beakers and bubbles?
I can make some.
Yes.
Can I make some?
What about the
can
acid
try.
pool?
I can try.
Fuck
You
yeah!
can certainly try.
I'd like to try.
Give me an Arcana check.
Does Chris
Thank
know
you
what he's
for that.
making?
I appreciate it.
What are we gonna do with
It
this
is
rod?
Arcana to do alchemy.
Well, then that's good because I have a lot of alcohol.
You just don't get advantage for being so proficient in alchemist tools.
All right, it's plus 13.
Anybody get an advantage?
I don't need it.
Nobody can give him advantage on this.
I do have guidance.
Roll 2.
That's 23.
Fudge, okay. Ooh, hopefully it wasn't 25.
That'd suck. You got to kill the
You
hero.
have.
Kill me and bring back.
You are
Cereal.
skilled enough to make enough universal solvent to dissolve one of the caps. Or you could also create 2 very rare potions of any type, 3 rare potions of any type, 6 uncommon potions of any type, or 12 common potions of any type.
12 common potions.
Your avarice.
Just make the 2, right?
Why don't we just bust the glass?
Because it's going to kill you.
And it'll ruin all the ingredients too.
Yeah, you're not going to get away so lucky like the
So you should make the potions first.
hallway
whatever
of
you do.
swords.
So optimistic.
We got time. I can take an hour rest.
So that's the question, though. I think the solvent is a good idea. I'm worried, however, that we would get one open and not to be able to get the other.
I am also worried about the
Agreed.
same thing.
Why do we need both open again?
Why do you think it'll
It's
kill
a
us?
headpiece and the scepter.
The rod is in one side and the...
Cleverly designed. Sorry. I'm in a weird mood.
Who's he looking at?
I don't know.
The wall.
Xander.
Yeah. Shut up.
Hey, can you move it with Mage Hand? It's inside the tube and you can see it on the other side, right?
Yes.
What does it do?
I could try it. Because I can see it. It's a spot that I can see within range.
How heavy's a crown?
I don't know. Let's try. I try.
It's got to be.
Mage Hand doesn't have to be a spot that you can see. It's just a place within range. But it needs to have a connection between you and that space. Such as even like a quarter of an inch underneath the threshold of a door, you could Mage Hand through. But a sealed door, you can't.
Even spot I can see.
You don't even have to see it.
Okay.
Yeah. However, because this is sealed, your Mage Hand cannot get inside.
Is that really true?
I don't know. But
That's how
we're
she
gonna go
got.
with it.
That's how she locked the door on the pirate on that ship. The girl who killed her mom. She mage handed through underneath the door threshold and locked it from the outside, from the inside. You don't have to see.
And then we kicked the door open and said, "Waterdeep police!"
Kick the vat open.
I think I'm going to create one sealant. I think that's the best thing for our current situation.
It
Solid.
takes.
Solid.
It takes you a good strong half
Way
hour.
different than sealant.
You make more solvent than Lou.
No!
All over your
Don't worry,
face.
man. I got this.
No, I was just thinking of that too. It's like if you use more glue, maybe we could put glue something really strong to it and just like torque that thing off.
Sure. But yeah, no, I'd like to create this. We'll figure out a way to get one of them open.
You create universal solvent,
Excellent.
and it takes you
It's alive!
a strong half hour in order to make all of this solvent.
Cool.
It uses up all of the ingredients that you need to do it. There's some ingredients left over, but for the most part, they're not really valuable, and you can't make anything else out of them.
All right.
But with this solvent, you start to apply it to the sovereign glue, and it bubbles and begins to drip. It turns into like a black tar.
Do you want to know which color we choose?
What color did you choose?
Because it's going to be really important, I think.
What color did you choose?
I don't know yet. We should discuss.
Which color?
Yeah, which vat are we
You
going
got blue and you got yellow.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so I figured it out. We have one. So we'll have to figure out how to open the other. But we can remove the cap and use our crafted device. So do we want to retrieve the rod or the head?
The rod, right? Because we just got another mantle, right? In the other room. Necmo's wearing it.
No, you need both that and that.
Yeah, the rod then.
Right, but it's two pieces. We create one.
Right.
One rod.
We need both pieces.
Scepter.
You've got the handle.
The scepter is a handle and a
and then
head.
the head that goes inside of the rod. The rod has like prongs.
Like a shaft and an arrowhead.
Oh, okay. Now I'm getting it.
So which one would we like to have first? Which one would be hardest to get out? Probably the head, right? Has the highest circumference. And I get all nerdy. So how big is the circumference of the handle?
How thick is it?
Because that's the size of the hole we need to create to get it out.
For the scepter,
Yeah.
the biggest hole that you would have to create to get the scepter out is going to be about this big.
But
That's the head.
The
Or
orb or the scepter.
wouldn't the orb have a bigger circumference?
It's smaller. The scepter flares
Okay.
out and bulges at one
So it's
spot.
roughly the same.
Yeah.
No advantage either way. Okay.
Nope.
Are you using that axe?
Which one?
The axe.
We're gonna have to make a 4-inch hole. Or
You want
this
it?
big.
Is it a great axe?
Okay.
It's a metal.
Is it so? How did this solvent?
use
It
that.
just works. It dissolves the mithril, or I'm a
Do you
bit-
gotta
It
do
only
this?
dissolves the sovereign glue.
the glue. Okay,
The mithril's unharmed.
I see.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd love to.
Which we'll have to lift off with these pulleys and such.
All right.
And then get to work melting them down into bars.
Of course, I can do that.
That's
So-
flourish.
Here you go, my friend.
Rod or head, says.
One is red, one is blue.
I think so.
Yellow and blue.
One is
Necma, thank you for giving me your battle
As if
axe.
that's significant.
What?
do you call it?
somehow.
The axe of armor breaking.
I like that. It's a real mouthful.
So you traded weapons. Wise.
Good.
Vote. Head or rod?
I want to see that head.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
I
got the
always
ninja
got to
part.
pick head.
It might be able to break the glass or something.
Sorry.
It's got the
What?
skull shatter.
You go fan of head. Got it. I vote for head too.
Well, the majority rules.
There we go.
Sorry.
That's the one.
No, do you want the
Whichever
rod?
color it is. I don't know.
Duh.
Yellow.
No.
What'd you say, yellow?
The black opal is in the yellow tank.
Perfect. We we remove the glue.
Can you tell what type of rod is it? Maybe it's an immovable rod.
Oh God.
Wouldn't that be mean? It would have. I don't know.
This is like, damn it.
I've never seen one, but there's just a button on it. But that would totally screw our whole poll idea. Guess you could maybe hit the button. I don't know.
Yeah, have you ever
That was a really good
Right?
one.
Damn.
Better write that down.
Mm-hmm.
You get advantage.
It's a good one.
Team inspiration.
That's
for
going
that.
in the book.
That was good.
That was a
That
good one.
was
Very
Woo.
cruel, very mean,
man.
very much.
It's like, how's it
bullshit.
standing up like that?
We don't know. I don't know yet.
Magic.
It's just an erect rod.
What a
Magic. No. Okay. So we remove the glue.
to the black opal.
Yes.
And as you do so, the glue, it takes time. It's a good hour or two before you finally manage to dissolve all the sovereign glue and you're able to remove the mithril cap.
That's.
Oh well, then
huge
I'll do it
space.
so he can restore spell slot. An hour or two.
Yeah. And as you pull the mithril cap off the top, you see that the cylinder itself is enclosed in glass on the top as well.
I knew it.
You're
guys.
saying that you just yada yada us lifting a
Yes.
a 6-foot
Yes.
thing of mithril.
He said it's
Mithril's
only
very light.
It is.
The whole thing itself is probably about 100 pounds.
I wish I had a ladder for this.
There's chains and pulleys in here.
There's glass at the top. That's what you just said?
Yes,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
It's
the tap of
enclosed,
weights.
kind of like what you would imagine an hourglass to be.
It just means you have to drain less fluid. You need to open it from the top.
Yeah.
It's good.
Does it make a noise like?
It's good. You open it from the top, we don't have to do anything fluid.
Okay, so
It's carbonated.
once we get it off of the top, is there a bubble up there? Is there any air in this at all?
No.
Is it even?
That boat's poorly.
I'm starting to think like, is this even a liquid? Right? Like these things are suspended in the center.
Just colored
Like,
glass.
is it even
Creature.
real?
Could be. Yeah. It could totally be a colored gelatinous cube or something.
Right. Or
Put
Knock
dye
on
in it. it's the only thing that doesn't like get dissolved. Just
Well,
changes
introduce
color.
yourself, Taz.
Right, yeah. The helmet. Wait, we tried that.
Say hi.
Didn't we try that? We tried the
Talk
helmet
liquid.
telepathy in here?
We
I
didn't
don't
talk to the other one.
think
right?
so.
Knock on it. Does it go?
We tried it
boom,
somewhere.
Like liquid.
It's angry water.
Yeah, he goes boom boom and then he puts his ear up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the vibration. It's no
it taps
air.
back?
There's no air in it, so it
He's
wouldn't.
making a sound effect for you.
Hey,
Kidding.
yeah. Guys, it bounced, taps back. Don't go to white.
I just, gentlemen, I feel like we're missing something.
What if
Okay?
it's more
I mean, we're all smart enough. We can take off lids. We can make universal solvents. We can, you know, we
Those are
can
neighborhood.
tell the difference between acid and brine and other crazy things. I'm spouting off of the mouth here, but I'm just
Except for
stressed
brown
out that
mold.
the thing is we don't know why we're doing what we're doing. We're just doing. We're just taking lids off and trying to get inside of vats because we need this scepter, we think. But we don't know what happens when we grab the crown and the scepter and sit on this throne.
Wait, you have to sit on it?
I mean, you're going to have
You
to
didn't
do
say nothing about
something.
sitting.
Probably just put it on there like you did the rest.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, there is. Are you asking like in a greater sense why are we here?
No,
Like
not,
at a-
not in like,
like
a
at a
why do we
high-
all exist sort of thing, but
It must be.
like,
Because if you want to sit down, we can talk about it.
no, I just,
We've been here for
There's no
7 hours
time.
this day.
I feel like we're missing something, that's all. I mean, there has to be some type of significance
Chaz, my
to the
friend.
colors. This just doesn't make any sense.
Is
Is there
being
any-
underground this long starting to affect you, my friend? Are you okay?
Absolutely.
I never got that.
You need a drink.
I laugh on the inside considering my barbarian
Yes.
friend
What have
ran
you got?
through a cloud of scimitars just a few hours ago.
Always
Yeah,
got
like
something.
3 hours ago.
Anyway, so I'm looking
my
to
friend.
look for something green in the room because blue and yellow make green,
Yes, they do.
There's some alchemical reagents, although you used quite a few of them in your universal solvent.
Hey, what if
Let's
this is
just
more-
break the damn glass and get it over with.
Can you tell what the
Gosh.
fluid is at all now that it's open?
It's not even open.
Of course,
There's
I'm
no
going to
air.
say that.
The cap was ornamental.
Yeah, but very expensive.
Oh,
You took
shit.
the cap
Does it
off
fit
it,
in the
right?
bag of holding?
Yeah.
Mithril?
We got to
But
break it
it's
down into
still
bars, which is what he's.
Glass all the way around.
We'll drag it
Oh,
out of the
the
room
top
so it
was
don't get
just-
destroyed.
No, the forge is in the
Wow.
room.
Like
There's
a
a forge
hourglass
in
would
there.
be.
He's gonna
almost no
forge it
point
into
taking
bars
it
for
off.
us. Yes, he said we would. That's how we're recouping the cost of this adventure, sir. We're gonna come out with mithril bars.
That
We're gonna-
works.
Oh, want to smelt it? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Whoa.
Who can do it?
Not
can do it.
smelting anything.
Take your time.
Yes.
Are there any?
So before we open up the top, we're
That
gonna
was a
do
dad
that
joke,
task
sorry.
first.
Is that what we're going to do?
I'd like to.
You'd like to do that?
All we have is time here.
Get to smelting, smelter.
Okay.
Do you have
Um,
something else in mind? Go ahead.
You mentioned something about
You have iron workings?
flamage, like essentially a
There's a forge.
magical version of a Bunsen burner.
Several of them, yes.
Right.
Does it look like a Bunsen burner goes under these things?
It has
think
room
of that.
for one, but there's nothing to make you think that that's what you need to do.
That's clever.
Are they off the floor?
What?
They are off the floor.
They're
They're on a
2 feet.
tripod.
2 feet up off the floor.
That is extremely
On
clever,
whatever they
sir.
call
I'm gonna look underneath it. Is there like a drain
a
plug?
little pedestal.
I never
thing.
really said specifically that I did that.
There's no drain plug on these.
Anything
They
obvious?
appear to be completely
Completely
encapsulated in glass now that you've removed the mithril cap.
Fucking magic. I hate magic. Sometimes.
Any marks at all of
Yeah.
flame
nothing.
or
Nope.
But it's a good idea.
It was a good thought. It was a good thought.
Let's do it.
We could
Not just
try
a good
it.
thought.
We
The
could try
glass
it.
isn't
Yes.
tinted like some glass when it gets
Yes.
hit by direct flame, even though it won't brown
Mhm.
or turn black, it'll give like this metallic tint to it.
Mm-hmm.
What if it explodes?
Nothing on there.
Then
Just
we'll
Nothing,
die.
it's
looks like
clear.
What's smelt that?
Clean.
Those bars?
Might as well die rich.
Yeah, right.
Yes, if we're going to die, we might as well die rich. There's nothing else.
How many days have you been down here now? How many long rests?
3.
Two long
This
rests.
is the third day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
this
the
is
third
3.
day.
How much water did you bring?
I-
Typically, a character has 3 days of water. You're good.
Curious.
Well, a normal human being can.
Right,
take
so
his
I
water.
carried 3 days. Well, that's bad. That's for you guys.
You probably have rations and water skin on your character sheet, which means that you probably have 3 days worth of water. This would be the final day of water that you all have.
If only we could go up to that one spot where we washed off.
Yes.
It wasn't holy water. Okay, it was unholy water.
Drinkable water.
The one that's
You
now
cannot
like
Yeah, it's
tainted with
super
blood.
super portable.
You sullied the only clean water source.
Oh, let's have to go kill somebody at the surface, I guess.
Drink their blood.
Ah, that's not what I meant at all.
Yeah, like
And
a
then
squirt.
get back in.
Yeah, you've
Get
never
back
seen those
in
before?
the
It's like a
tunnel.
squirt, yeah.
You did tell me that story of Paige. I've been...
I say
Anyways,
break
did you have an
glass.
idea, sir? Because I really like this boiling idea.
We can give it a shot.
I mean, it
Boil
doesn't
it till it
hurt.
explodes.
Doesn't hurt. I mean, that's all we've got.
Perhaps, or maybe the item will go. I don't know. Go to the surface. Go to the top. Something.
We got 2 jugs of ale still.
We can't open it, so why? What's
Let's
the
drink.
point of it going
And a
to the
barrel
top?
of Biffweiser that was on snack.
What was that?
We can't open it, so why go to the top?
We could open it. We got ways to soften glass.
I gotta
Get it to a high enough
soft
so-
glass too.
Get it to a high enough temperature.
Why don't we just break the damn glass?
Yes, we certainly could do that.
Oh,
And cut the
I've got
choice.
4 beads of nourishment. Those help.
Because for some reason I'm really thirsty.
You could
Yes.
take any liquid and cook it in that pot, correct?
What about that room?
Yeah.
And make it delicious.
Which one, Tess?
The room that was a portal.
And there was
turned
also
Mooney's sword
a
silver.
kitchen.
Right.
It turned all
almost
of his
turned
metals
him
silver.
silver too.
What was in there, Mooney?
Or the
It was
teleportation.
black. It was a black room. Couldn't see anything inside of it, but it was super small. I could hear it because I said, "Hello?" And then I could hear my voice coming back. You know, like that quick echo when you're in a small space.
Sure.
Right.
I think he said it was big.
I don't remember
No.
saying big.
I think he did, but I wasn't there. You were there. I wasn't there.
Here's the thing. I didn't have any light, so.
Xander was there.
Xander was there.
Yeah, but he died.
But he
No, I
saw
teleported
it.
him back.
Yes, you did. What did your Alvin eyes see, Xander?
He did.
He told me it
Before
was
he
a big
turned.
room.
He did.
I don't know. Summon Xander back and communicate with him.
Can you?
I no.
No. You communicate with him with your telepathic helmet.
Oh shit.
Should I speak out?
20 feet.
I feel like you can communicate with like simple images, you know, right?
I don't know if regular find familiar works that way.
I really feel like
I know
we're
you can
missing
communicate
something.
like rough ideas to them. I don't know if they can
An
communicate.
owl doesn't speak. It has
Yeah.
no language.
They can't be intelligent back to you.
No, they speak a language, remember? Because Felix could talk to birds.
Yeah, Evian.
Yeah. Oh, no. I love that so much. That's a great bit.
I feel like we were onto something for a second. We're down a rabbit.
I got derailed, sorry.
If you wanna try to put some, we can try it. I start gathering up what I believe are one of these, burners, and try to put it underneath one of these, probably the one we took the lid off of, and see what happens when we start slowly applying some heat to it.
Hey guys, we gotta drink this
You
bit.
gather up the things that you need to apply heat to the bottom of one of these large glass cylinders. As you set up all of the apparatus and everything, and the magic takes effect, creating a magical flame that gives off a strong heat, you watch for a few moments and then you see that the water at the bottom the yellow fluid at the bottom begins to bubble like boiling water, and like these bubbles rise up to the top but dissipate before they get all the way up. And then after a few moments you see that, I'm assuming you said the yellow, I said yellow, so that's the
We
orb.
can't see the top.
The orb actually begins to sink to the bottom as all this is happening.
Interesting.
So it's floating
Oh,
at
the
the
orb
top?
was floating at the top?
No, it was floating in the middle. It was suspended in the
Oh.
middle, just like the scepter, but
Good
now
idea.
it begins to sink.
Oh, so it's two different liquids. And they just mixed.
After a couple of minutes, it sinks all the way to the bottom, and now it's on the bottom of this tank.
So if we remove the heat from it and let it cool, does it rise again?
Do you remove the heat?
Yeah, I want to try to figure out what's going on here.
You remove the heat, and you wait like a good half hour, maybe longer, waiting for things to happen.
Cool down.
Nothing happens.
So we applied heat,
And now it's out of reach from the
and
surface.
now it's out of reach.
No,
from the
just kidding.
surface,
No, we
so
can
that's
tip it,
fantastic.
perhaps.
Uh,
That's great. We know it affects it.
it
So
does
what about
affect
cold?
it.
Can you freeze it?
What about Minotaur?
You just want to smash it.
No, seriously, cold. I can blow
I'm freezing
dragon
acid.
cold
Fuck.
on it
I like the way I
like
look
10
at it.
times.
Okay,
What if
I
it
mean,
explodes?
I could
at
freeze the whole
contact?
damn
Gives a
thing.
shit.
I do.
Find
that's
out.
actually
So
not a
live.
terrible idea.
I have things I want to do outside of this doing that, huh?
We know the heat affects
over
it, so
to
now we know
King
that cold
Lithius.
affects it. Just in adverse.
I mean,
Terms.
I do not hate the idea of freezing. And then,
Once it's frozen, we can break the glass, and it won't leak everywhere. But we have to do both of them at the same time, otherwise when they thaws, we're fucked.
I heard about this movie once.
I'm still pretty yoked up.
It's a great idea. That
Story.
fire was a good idea. I like that.
story a long time ago. About
Tell
this,
us the story.
This metal man that was chasing down this other metal man, and his best friend, this boy that he saved. You know, and when they froze him, the metal
That
man
movie?
broke into pieces.
It did.
There was a thumbs up as he lowered himself into the fire.
Interesting
Yes,
story.
yes, you've heard this story before.
Yeah.
Yes. They called that man
The exterminator.
Arnold.
the exterminator.
The Governor.
Governor.
So,
They call him the
I
middleman.
I think that this
Taz
is,
and I have been like nerding out. We turn to you guys and you're like, we can freeze it and break the glass!
I'm like tapping the ground. You just break
Stop
it.
it! No hand puppet.
Just break it. Ready to break it.
Right?
Bored,
Twirling your
guys.
weapons around. What if I just break it?
DM's break it.
Alright. Once these liquids are released, though, we probably won't have access to these forges.
true. So I'll get to work then.
I think it's a good idea.
Okay. Taz gets to work melting down the mithril and turning it into manageable bars.
I'm gonna go take some of that bone and turn it into spears.
This takes hours.
I'll help him.
Hours upon. And it takes hours upon hours.
Hours and hours.
You're not a smith
We got time.
whatsoever.
I'm sure
Ain't
that I've
nobody,
worked
ain't
with
no wandering
gold
monsters down
bars
here.
before being a jeweler.
We're running out of water.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
but you're
you
a
are.
jeweler on Earth. This
No,
is
we're not.
mithril.
You still got
Yeah.
2 gallons of.
So there's a bit of a learning curve.
It takes hours.
You still got 2
Hours
gallons
upon
of-
hours, and you manage to melt down one
Ale?
of these caps.
Oh, we're good.
And you turn it
We can live off
into
that.
Just
manageable bars. You create 5 mithril bars. Each mithril bar is worth
You write it down,
1,000 gold pieces.
Oh my god. Very nice.
Okay.
It's 100 coins in each bar. Is that right, Matt?
So
It's right. Physically, I think it's 100 coins in each bar. Like,
Something. Mithril's very light.
am I doing the right conversion? No, it's times 10, right? For platinum? No, it's mithril. What's mithril compared to platinum?
This is mithril. Mithril itself is valuable as itself, but it's not ever used in currency.
How many of these
It's
would it
not
take to
anywhere
make a
that I've
sword,
written
Taz?
about yet.
Yeah, I was
later.
gonna say, what's
So-
the raw
there's
material
enough.
worth?
Well, these
You
5
can look into
bars
that.
You
are
just told
worth
us.
5,000
Sorry.
gold. Each bar's worth 1,000.
wow, take it to the
Okay.
party, but I'm personally fine with it.
Wow. Well done.
before we get
24
any
hours
further-
later.
Holy shit! Seriously?
I told you it took hours.
Hours? I was thinking like
Hey.
6 or 7. Don't you 4?
Let's just go with a good even 12. It's been a long day. Everybody except for you has had a long rest.
12 hours.
Another long rest.
You have level 1 exhaustion.
I've been working the forge, man.
I only need 4 hours of rest, and I don't suffer exhaustion. Can I help
But
him?
you,
Like a lot?
but you also don't benefit from 2 long rests, and you can help him, sure, but it's still the same time limit. He still has level 1 exhaustion. He's
Right.
How about those spears?
Well, actually,
So hold on.
You can do that easily.
You
with the
gave
amount of
us
time that you
another
have.
long
you make
rest.
One more long rest.
Okay, because it's been 24 more hours.
Can you make
Okay,
me
so regardless of
one
how
arrowhead?
much time I spent resting, that's the time we have. Okay.
Dan,
12. It's
can
been
you make
12
me one
hours.
spearhead?
I'm
Out of the mithril?
Yeah.
I'm no weaponsmith. It would
I'll
be
take it.
crude and terrible. To
Hey
be
man,
honest.
I made you that obsidian dagger.
You can make him a
Blacksmithing.
spearhead, but it's going to cost 500 gold out of that mithril bar.
Oh, sorry guys, never mind.
They're not the best weapon.
No.
You know what? I take one of the daggers and I go, and I stick it on as the spearhead.
Sure. One of the silver daggers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question.
Go for it.
During that period of time, there's a few points of order here, okay? First of all, during all this time while I'm like working the forge and doing whatever, I want to make sure that the heat affects the other vat the same way that it affected the first one.
So while you're waiting for stuff to melt down, you apply heat to the other vat as well. As you do so, the chemicals on the inside begin to bubble. The scepter doesn't go anywhere, and the glass cracks.
Shit.
And a liquid
Start spitting out.
Well, we're all sleeping.
We would grab a vial and start dripping it into one of the beakers.
you begin to see like tiny bubbles kind of like
Cloth on it.
snaking their way up to the top as the liquid itself
Yes,
is beginning to drain.
Sing to it?
Your love lifted me
Who's awake?
higher.
Yeah, who is
Balthazar?
awake?
I don't know.
Jeez. So is
Yeah.
this during the long rest he did this?
Okay,
Probably.
I need to test this liquid. Is it caustic?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't
Does it
know.
start
What do
dancing
you do?
around when I sing to it?
Like, I
No.
love you, man.
I mean,
Doesn't dance.
Oh.
there's got to be a variety of different like
not-
materials
might
up
not
on this
fall on the flame.
workbench, like some soft materials to harder materials. This is like a full workbench, so I want to try to find a few things to test it out on.
Find a piece of
Yeah,
wood.
just to break shit. And
Yeah,
I
wooden
dribble
handle to
some
a
of it
hammer.
in
Yeah,
there.
well, we're all sleeping.
You put the wooden handle of a hammer underneath the liquid.
I didn't say
Nothing
I was
happens.
whatever.
It does not appear to be caustic.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Okay. During a little break from my forging, okay, I collect some of this liquid, and I'd like to go back upstairs to the three heads.
Everybody else is like resting, and Cormac's over there just like puffing on a pipe. And like, if we give the Lich a cold, he might die. Musing about like ridiculous stuff, whatever.
He's writing a book, and it's like, what was that? Shades of Grey?
That's awesome.
50 Shades of Dark Magic.
No, that's not it. It was sweet. Sorry, guys. Never mind.
Anyways.
Don't let me derail you.
So I head upstairs to the three heads. They are above this purple flame that keeps them in a state of suspended animation. Correct?
You're back! I knew you'd be back.
Fine,
You
so
brought the
heads.
mithril suture, did you not? He did it to bring the mithril suture for you. He seeks to put me upon the body. No. Arrogant. Blowhards, all of you. Leave nothing left but mush for brains. I see that you've returned to make a worthy elven ally.
So, I have a proposal for the three of you. And whosoever accepts my proposal will have done a great service to the Black Lotus and will also have gone a long way towards obtaining a body for your head.
Who's the Black Lotus? I've never heard of them. None of us have ever heard of them. We've been
From down below.
We've been
Say
stuck
that
in this
nicely.
place for who
Leans over
knows
his
how
sleeve
long.
to make a deal.
Oh, we entire world. There could be a nation of Black Lotus, you stupid. Ah!
Indeed, there is a nation.
Ah, and what a marvelous nation it is. I swear fealty to the Black Lotus. Release me. Give me a body, and I shall be yours.
I would like for you, or whoever chooses, to perform a simple task for me.
A simple task. It shall be done. I will make sure that your task is simplified and completed in astounding glory.
Which one of them is saying this?
The elven one.
The dick wizard?
No,
Oh.
he's not elven.
Oh, he's like a paladin, right? The elf is?
The elf is kind of like a paladin.
He's like a knight or something.
He was a knight,
Okay.
yes. And then you have a northerner barbarian, and you have a human wizard of some sort. He might do your task, but he's completely self-serving. I will give you hugs, and I will be your best friend should you release me.
Taz has made his decision. He walks over to the north.
You son of a bitch!
Ah!
While we
Goodbye!
are sleeping.
I go now on to my
Son of a
own
bitch.
destiny to seek out, to bring peace to the world. But this is a travesty. You cannot possibly take her. She's a simpleton, a nobody. I agree with the elf for once in the last how many years. I don't care. Yeah, you're making a grave mistake.
Quiet your bickering. First,
Ah! You fool of a took!
my friend from the north, I must prepare the area for the sutures. Would you be so kind as to allow me? And I pull out the vial.
Oh, so very much so. I am happy to. Might I add, you've such lovely soft hands.
And this is, Taz is like, what the fuck, I've been at the forge all day. These are a man's hands. Um,
Not yet.
Do you use conditioner?
They have real flesh, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I take the vial and kind of like how like a little kid might like hit themselves with cologne or whatever. I'm just like, and I just like.
You just have a disembodied head in your hands, and it's just, it's just like.
Yeah. So I'm gonna dab some of that. Some of that.
So on then to the reattachment of the body and the head. Yeah.
So nothing happens when I hit it with the liquid.
You hit me with the liquid. Nothing happened to me. Was something supposed to happen?
I'm asking you, Jesse.
No, I'm good. Things are good.
No, good, thanks.
No. So I'm thinking to myself. I'm looking.
What
there
is
any
that?
Smoke? Is there any singes? Is there any?
It's kind of moist on the tongue, you know. It has a good flavor, yeah.
What
You
does
know,
it taste like?
kind of like coconut and metal. Yeah.
Coconut and metal.
Oh yeah, it's very good. I mean,
It's
not so much good.
cyanide.
It would be.
So since I. Oh, fudge.
Yeah.
A little
Okay.
bit got in my eye. Could you wipe it away, please?
He pulls out a handkerchief and like dabs
Blink
it off.
very furiously.
Sure did get his eye.
You'll be fine.
Oh, I cannot tell you when the last time was I had moisture in these eyes. It's good. Could you spritz a bit more? Just a little bit. Just moisturize me.
How's her eye look at?
Curious now. Taz is like, yeah.
You're spit in your eye.
Whoa.
Whew! Ah, it's good feeling, yeah. You know, a little bit.
I'm gonna give it
on the
about
skin.
5 or 10. I'm just gonna take a little break up there, just see what happens.
Are you serious? You're just like melting people upstairs? Oh, you monster.
It's for science.
So, when do we get on with the bodybuilding and the attachment of head to body? I'd very much like to give you a hug now. It's been so long since I have felt, the love and strong grip of a man.
Taz looks at
It's like
that
Frankenstein's monster.
body when she says hug.
Is it the body of a woman?
And I'm like, no, I'm like imagining a hug from that body of the flesh golem, and I'm like, In that moment, he literally decided he
Your
will
eyes
never
pop out
put
your
this
head.
girl down.
So mean.
So mean.
Cannot wait to finally be rid of the elf and that horrible wizard. They have ridiculed me for I don't know how to say how many lifetimes it must have been.
Choice there.
I lost count of the time after like 20 days.
What if it's Olaf's grandma?
It's been
Then
so
We
long.
definitely need to get rid of this.
Kill her.
I am so
Finish the
excited.
job Nakma started.
All right. Well,
The first thing I would do is I will go out into the wilderness and pick flowers for you. I will pick you the most beautiful bouquet.
Taz thinks to himself they'll most likely be poisonous.
No, dude, it's like Frankenstein's monster.
I could almost get back
Get
to
thrown
work
down the
now,
hole.
working with children with special needs.
I have to go. I go
Where
to
are we
Tez's house.
going?
I have to go collect some of the things that I will need to do a thing I have to do. I'll
That's
be back in
fantastic.
just a little while.
No, let us go then.
That's a horrible Disney.
But be quick, remember, if you don't put me on the body soon, I will die.
As long as this fire burns, you'll be fine.
Oh,
from
you
what I
already
was told.
removed me from the flame.
No, I didn't.
I was in your hands.
No.
Your soft hands.
Why would I?
So soft.
No, I kept him on the thing. That's not.
I'm definitely in your hands right now. Away from the flame.
We are now yes ending.
Can I put her back on the? This is bad. I did not want this thing back.
You attach her right now, goddammit. You made your choice.
You seem to be taking a long time, and I am
handling
beginning
your
to
head.
feel those.
Death.
It's an emotion, you know. Like what's the word that you use in the common tongue of your land when you are afraid that something horrible just might happen?
Yeah.
Oh, terror.
shit.
Terror. Yes, I am beginning to feel quite a large amount of terror.
Terrified.
Oh, indeed, very, very terrified. So, you will be attaching me, yeah?
Oh fuck.
Sort of. And I put her
Oh, I'm feeling woozy.
back on the spear.
Her hair lights a flame.
Oh no.
What was your name again?
Oh no.
My name?
Your name?
Kalefell.
Careful?
Oh god.
Mr. Careful? I don't feel so well.
No, no.
Oh no.
And like as she said that, I'm like reaching up to put her head back on the thing.
Even though you place her head back on a spike, you watch the flesh begin to melt
Oh.
and like, it drips off, and suddenly 1,000
Like wax.
years of rot catches up to the head.
You just
Thousand
hear her
years.
scream.
And her mouth opens up, it's like, and it drips off of the skull. The skull turns to dust, and there's nothing left but a spike upon the purple flame. The other two heads look at each other.
Wow.
Who's next?
I'll admit, sir, that was rather fucked up. With friends like you, who needs enemies?
You two should think of it like this. Your chances just exponentially improved of getting away from here.
Once I get a body, you'll be the first to die.
Pour one out. For,
I can see now that you've made your decision. He's a sociopath, and I'm a hero, and she's dead. Place me upon the head, but please don't take... Place me upon the body, but please don't take so long. I don't wish to end up like her.
Of course. Definitely.
Of
Duly
course.
noted. I'll be back. And I go back downstairs.
I don't think he's coming back.
So it did nothing. Alright.
That particular fellow, if I ever get out of here, I'll kill him. I'll turn his entrails into a necklace. I'll wear his bones.
Taz, you're not allowed to go anywhere while we're sleeping.
Stitch a suit of his own flesh.
tie his
I'll
skin
wear
around
his
next time.
skin like it's
fuck
my
away from me.
Sunday best. You're rather fucked up.
Hey, yes.
Taz does like the parent thing when you like bust in your kid's room and you're like, you need to clear this shit, you know what I'm saying? And then
While
you
they're
like walk
sleeping
out
in the
and
middle of the
chaos
night.
starts and you bust back in and you're like, that's
Give
me.
him a look.
Yeah, I bust back in, I'm like,
Honestly, I think he's rather horrible. I've met some horrible people in my life. Most of them are orcs. That man, he's a step below.
Oh.
But what do you expect from a human?
What do you expect
Damn.
from a human?
What do you
Just
expect
ripping
from a
on
human?
Racist.
Yeah, terrible.
I'm human, you cruel. Damn elves.
I just had to see what happened to real flesh, but you know, who knows? That may not have qualified.
I just had to
I
see
don't
what
know.
happens when I stick this
He
head
mutters
back
as he
inside the
wanders
fire.
back down.
Yeah.
Oh,
God
great
damn,
idea. What the
just
hell
wanted
was
to
I
melt some
thinking?
flesh, you know.
Alright, well.
Must be sleep deprivation.
That was just one of the
kicking in.
things I did while I was, you know. Sorry, guys. Listen. I know you're super partial to the North lady, but she's gone now.
You wake us up and tell us that?
I'm
Yes,
awake.
he does.
No, hold on. We're like cooking breakfast, and it's like halfway through, right? Like, set the scene here. It's just like Cormac's reading, and I'm like, yeah, it's
Yakma's
bacon.
underground.
It's
He's
bacon,
quite
Mom.
content.
Taz comes down and he's like looking over his shoulder and he's like kind of bumps into the wall on his way down and stuff and he's like, "Oh, hey, hi guys, you are all awake."
Oh,
I
Taz.
was
Hey.
busy working and I took a bit of a break up there, just to relax.
Yeah, you know, smoke break.
Yeah, I had to clear my head. You know.
Yeah, the lights. Yeah, the light
Clear
went
her
up.
head.
You know?
Yeah, I didn't want to smoke you out or anything. You know. It was just. Anyways,
God, you look like this place is aging you.
it's I feel like I'm sort of level 2 exhausted. You know what I mean? As if I was really skirting the edge of death. You know, I'm having a hard time getting ahead down here. I'm nervous.
Yeah, we don't know where we're headed. You
Can
know.
I take a break for a moment? I just can't seem to get my head straight down here.
I did notice when you left, you had a vial of that fluid.
Oh yes, that's
And when you returned,
that's
the vial is empty.
gone now. Yes, I must have forgotten it up there.
Oh,
Dang it.
right.
Gosh
Hey, did you
darn
find
it.
any water?
Water?
We're drinking ale now.
You guys are drinking things?
Well, the only thing we have is ale.
I haven't had anything to
Yeah.
drink in 12 hours. I thought we were out of water.
No, we have ale.
You have ale.
Yes.
I'll take some.
You put it inside the pan and it turns into water.
Oh, very cool.
It does not.
Oh.
Yeah. It does.
It tastes delicious, but it's still ale.
No, we put the spoon in there also, right? And it turns it into water. Because it makes it not poisonous anymore, which is what alcohol is.
Oh, snap.
Fuck him.
But no, really, if you do eat alcohol, it burns the alcohol away.
What's that?
I know that, but
If you cook beer, it turns
Like
into
bucket.
just yucky water.
Tastes like
yeah,
beer,
but he's
there's
doing
no
it with
alcohol in it.
magic.
No,
Oh
that's
yeah,
what he.
2 giant glass vats with mental fucking caps. Tracks. But by God, if we turn ale into fucking water with magic,
So Taz,
Yeah.
tell me.
Okay, hey, I mean,
We're not
from a
there.
DM perspective, though, how are you carrying these kegs around with you?
Well, I used to have this animal that did that.
Uh-huh.
But when he died, he dropped everything.
Do
like
you
a meat
really want to
monster.
start this with the DM? Is all I'm saying.
Carrying it on his back, whatever. It doesn't
Uh-huh.
matter. That's
Oh,
it's
okay.
clever, and
All right. All right.
it's clever.
Listen, it was a pack animal.
Let's not argue with the DM. Is all I'm saying.
You turned. How much water was that?
Well, I got 2 gallons of ale, and then I've got a
worth.
keg
You-
of Biffweiser still.
Yeah, but how much was your cake?
Biffweiser.
How many
Pony
gallons?
cake.
Yeah, let's just say that.
yeah.
That's 5 gallons, right? So you turned one of those 1 gallon things
think
into
it's-
water.
More,
a pony
much
cake's
more
like
than
2.5.
5
A pony cake is much smaller. They're like this.
gallons.
Oh, maybe it might be 5
Milk
gallons.
jugs.
Yeah.
No, dude, lots. Like,
That's almost a full size
a,
cake.
no, a pony cake's this big.
He should
but
have
that
written
tall.
it down.
Gallons.
I don't know. He should have written it down because it's. We looked at it. It was like less than a hogshead.
Yeah.
It was.
So, 20 gallons in a full keg?
No, it's like 5.
Not important. Moving
Only
on.
5?
It's like 5
it's like a
gallons.
5-gallon
more,
tank.
All right, we're looking it up.
I mean,
we
that's
can
a
move
lot
on.
of water.
We're gonna
There's
have
no break a day or
5
two.
gallons.
But anyways,
Way more than that.
Nakma, you were asking
Yes.
why is this one cracked?
Yes.
Because I applied heat to the underside of it like the other one. Because I wanted to see if the same thing would happen. Would the item drop? It did drop, right?
Nope.
Oh, it did not drop.
And there is a sizable puddle underneath now.
So, why every time I close my eyes, something horrible happens and you're involved, Mr. Taz?
Well, maybe don't close your eyes.
Oh,
anymore,
my goodness, I
Nakma.
knew you were
I
gonna
don't
say
know
that.
what you want me to say. You know, I can't seem to
You
make
cannot
you
be
happy.
left unsupervised. You're like a child.
Wait, which one did you destroy?
You broke the red one.
There
blue
is no
one.
red one. There's a
The blue
yellow
one.
and a blue one.
It was blue.
Was there anything else you did while we were asleep, Taz?
No.
No.
What are you talking about?
Good,
Like
man.
what?
I was worried for a
Such
second
as?
here. Hey,
Blows my
do you think
eye.
those... You know, I was thinking about it. I was like, maybe the Nord is actually the good idea.
Well, let's
for
not
choosing
go up
the
there and
heads.
talk to them. I think that would be a very big waste of time.
No, we
For
should
what?
go up there right now.
Let's not go up there.
Let's get that
right now.
mithril, and we'll stick it on one of them, and then we'll have an
I was
extra
just up there. She's dead.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
What?
Those hundreds of
What?
years just lost.
Oh my! I'm
She's-
gonna have to put these manacles.
She's
And me and
passed
you are
on.
gonna be connected.
The
Well,
flame.
My
Neckball, are you
ankle
accusing
and
him
your
of doing
wrist.
this? It's not Taz's fault. Someone must have broke in and got one of the heads.
He did it. I
Yeah,
did that.
right.
Yes, I did do that. Before I knew what was happening, I had removed the head from the spear in a misguided attempt to ascertain the nature of this liquid that is still dripping from the bottom of this
Yes.
vat. At any rate, the North woman is no longer with us.
Did she at least die painless?
I feel like it probably hurt quite a bit. There was much screaming and terror. Anyways, any ideas?
Jesus.
Science is cruel.
Tying something to your waist so you can't escape.
I mean, I was pretty
Sneak off,
particular
you
with
were.
the
Damn it.
wizard. I mean, he'd be a good one for the golem. He knows how to make more flesh golems,
What
right?
did you just do to us, Taz?
Honestly, I don't like
You
either.
told all the other ones about the mithril wire in the first place.
I mean, maybe that wizard could be of some use down here, but he is quite an asshole. I will be honest with you. I was up there earlier, and he would not stop cursing my name as I came downstairs.
Present
I could
company
wonder why.
excluded, but like all wizards
You
we've
killed the
ever
other
met
one.
have been assholes, right?
I'm gonna investigate the red, blue liquid.
You can assume every wizard you haven't met is an asshole.
What do you do with the blue liquid? You put your
Schrodinger's
finger
wizard.
in it. You put it on your tongue. and you
Schrodinger's
taste
wizard.
I did.
It. It tastes like coconut and metal.
Coconut.
He
metal.
tastes the chemical.
Wait, you just drank it?
Yeah, he
Neckball,
did.
no!
Motherfucker.
Stuck it on my finger.
I killed an
Licked it.
entire person for that.
Coconut and metal.
Well, how is it? I heard it tastes of coconut and metal.
Yes, it does.
It does?
How did you know?
Well, that's not important. That's
Did
not.
I feel weird? Anything?
No,
Nothing.
you don't know what it is.
Does it like coconut and metal? Like what kind of metal? Is it copper?
Iron.
Iron.
Iron-like.
I'm chewing a lot of
Wow. Give me some coconut. I can figure this out really quick. You know, like real coconut.
Hold on, I've got this pina colada mix.
I don't know why, but I feel like this is just like
Cut my
suntan
finger.
lotion from the 80s. It was like it's pausing. It has like aluminum in it. And coconut.
She just fills up a cup with the blue liquid and like puts some rum in there.
Oh my god, yes! He's making a
Yeah.
Long Island iced tea.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Nice vintage.
Okay. It's cracked.
Well, you broke it, so
And
let's
it's-
just.
Give me an intelligence check, Nakma.
Come on, baby. He's about to die.
24.
Wow.
God damn you! What?
Yeah.
A 24.
19 plus
What
4.
the fuck is wrong with you as a
19 plus 4
Minotaur
is not 24.
barbarian?
23.
23.
What?
19 plus 4 is not
I have
24.
+1 to all abilities because of.
Yeah,
That's for saves.
No, he's got the
It's on
stone.
intelligence. all
Oh,
my
the stone
abilities.
of good luck.
Yes.
Yes,
Fuck,
sir, he
that's
does. The stone. Thanks.
Yeah, he licks the stone at the same time.
This particular chemical is something known as alabarnum oxide.
Okay.
It's
I've heard of it before, obviously.
well, you actually don't know the name of it. You
His
just
family's the transport.
you know the nickname of it, which is just God's blood.
What? Ooh.
Yeah, it's used in crafting of all kinds of different materials, but it's completely non-toxic and
Okay.
for the most part, it's harmless.
Wow.
By itself, it's completely harmless.
by itself.
Okay.
Huh.
Are there any
Knock
rags?
Nakma
Yes.
just kind of walks around. He's thinking.
Tell us. What did you find out?
He's looking at his finger. Ah, this is God's blood. It's nothing. Nourish!
Never know!
You hit the side
Yes.
of the tank with the crack in it, and
Yes,
it explodes
God's
and
blood.
shatters. Glass
At the
and
bottom.
water goes everywhere. Everyone give me an athletics check. Or an acrobatics. Your choice.
Oxide never mixed well with air, guys, by the way.
Well, that's great.
I jump behind one of the tables. Oh.
You said athletics or what?
Yeah,
This isn't a
athletics or
save?
what?
Yeah, is this not a save?
Acrobatics or athletics?
It doesn't
It
matter.
is a save.
I got
How is it
garbage.
an acrobatic save?
I got gore.
Yeah, whatever.
Dexterity. Dexterity saving throw.
you
That's
go.
what I want.
I got like a 7 or an 8. Less than 10.
You don't get the plus five
If
to it?
you got less than 16, then the force of the fluid washing out in all the glass knocks you off your feet and you're dropped prone on the ground as you're kind of washed to the side a little bit. It knocks everything in the room basically over in somewhere. It collides
A lot of
into the
water.
acid bath and it spills forward and it mixes a little bit, but it doesn't seem to do anything. It knocks over the calcifiers, puts out the magical fire, and does stuff all over the place. It's except for the most heavy of things like the calcifier, it basically starts to wreck this lab, and it all kind of settles in a large puddle throughout the entire chamber. The fluid of water is about a quarter of an inch deep at
Nope.
your feet.
I open the door and see if
I got a
if it
27.
drains out.
It starts to, but only very so slowly.
Yeah, I dodged it.
You don't land prone.
I got a 27.
You also stand in this rush of fluid as the alabarnum oxide.
Aluminum oxide. Which is going to mix with the sulfide.
Yeah, no, I put that together. So
It's
once
nothing and harmless, guys.
once I know what chemical we are in, I think to
Give me an
myself
intelligence check.
about what it reacts with.
Give me an intelligence check.
Okay. Oh my lord. No, I didn't get it.
You've never heard of a chemical called God's blood.
17.
Fair enough.
Oh,
You only know it as God's blood.
yes.
Fuck it.
17.
17.
I don't know.
Nope. You guys don't know.
Is it
It's
an
nothing.
acid or a base?
Neither.
Fuck, 17 doesn't know anything about
A
it?
solvent?
Doesn't have an odor to it? No odor?
Coconut
Oxide.
and metals.
Yeah.
smells tropical.
God damn.
Uh,
coconut.
Okay, so I make a mop and
I tried.
kind of just like push it out of the room.
Put a mop
Like
out?
with a squeegee.
Yeah,
you know?
you start trying to squeegee it out of the room. It
Well,
doesn't
shit,
go
there's
very
gotta be
far.
one.
It has to
Down here,
eventually.
right?
Yeah, right.
It has to
I kinda put
eventually
down the
just
drains
settle.
if I find any
There's
in
no
here.
drains.
There's no drains. I looked, believe me.
There's
Yeah,
no
but-
drains, and the room on the outside has got even like the slightest incline. So even
So
though you
it's
push it
staying
out,
in
it
there.
starts to kind of drain back into this
Oh, okay.
room.
I squeegee it all the way to the room with the what do you call it? The throne.
I think we were supposed to drink it.
So he's trying to do that.
Didn't do anything. I licked it. I tasted it. It was nothing.
God's blood's non-toxic, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
I bet it'll
Toxic.
explode.
It'll
if
give you a
Child
stomach.
safe.
It'll give you a stomach ache, and you won't be able to taste anything for a week if you drink too much. But otherwise,
Okay, well, the rod was at the bottom. Let's
Yeah.
go pick it up.
there it is.
Or the head was.
No, that was in the yellow.
Oh, that you did to one that had the crack in it.
It was cracked.
Right,
This-
of course.
this
Thank
is-
you.
That means we can get the mithril off this one.
Oh, you thought I did the yellow one?
So you take the mithril off this one.
Look, I got all this glass.
Attach the glue and the
more
universal
hours?
solvent.
Prestidigitation, does it have any effect on removing this liquid from the area?
Oh, like destroying it, like removing it,
Cleaning
like
it.
cleaning soiled
no.
areas. Yeah.
I mean,
No,
it's
it does not.
Soiled.
No.
Hey, wait.
Flooded.
I got an idea. I stick it on some cloth, right, and then I pull it up to you. And I'm like, all right, now get rid of it. Get
So-
rid of it.
And you prestidigitation the cloth, and it all just drains from the cloth back onto the floor.
It's like
How
totally
big is this
visible
room
too because it's colored. It's like,
Yeah, like tie
How
dye.
big is this
It's not,
room again,
it's not
Jesse?
purple cloth.
what was that?
How big's the room again?
Big enough for two 10-foot circumference vials.
the floor
And
space.
lots of room to move around in.
Just floor
apparently,
space.
so-
50 by 20.
50 by 20.
It's a big room.
And
What in
5,000
God's name
gallons of
possessed you to break
5,000
that?
gallons of liquid just hit a 50 by 20 room. There's
What if we all
not that
died?
much water on the floor?
You were literally just saying this is harmless
It's not.
by itself, and then you broke it when you know we have to open
It's
this
God's
other vat.
blood. There's nothing to it.
Necmo, didn't
Nothing
you tell me
to
that was
it.
It's
211,000
flavored
gallons of liquid that's on the floor out here now?
Huh? What?
211,000 gallons of liquid is on the floor now?
It's not that much.
How about we take a break?
Oh, okay.
Well, please
All
do.
right.
Break time.
Take a break.
After
We're
you,
back in a
sir.
minute.
Goodbye, everybody. We'll be right back.
Golly.
3, 2,
You guys.
1. We're live.
Hey, we are back.
All right, you were trying to come up with a scheme outside the game, but we have to do this in game. You can't scheme. You're already scheme enough outside the game.
All games are schemes.
I know that.
Okay,
we
no more
haven't.
lectures. So
No,
what's your
no,
idea?
you-
Weeks we haven't even. Really
Doesn't
talked
matter.
about
You
much.
still do it. You've done it. You still do it. Okay.
My idea is really simple. I mean, it's no idea, really. Here's the situation.
I don't like it already.
Okay.
It's not an idea.
We can either throw caution to the wind, like Nakma seems to be in favor of. What's going on with
Hey!
you, by the way? I'm setting that aside.
listen.
Suicide.
We
I
can
just
smash-
tasted it,
just-
and it came to
And
something
if you
that I
had
knew
let
what it
me
was, and
speak
it's
to you
harmless.
for just
Come
a few
on.
moments, you would have heard that
Really?
I had already
What did
tested
you just go
subject.
do off and do? That
I'm
you're
trying
not
to tell
talking
you.
us? Because you're awfully guilty.
No, no,
I can
go
see
on.
it in your face.
Mhm.
You're
Very
tone.
guilty,
You're agitated,
sentenced,
and you're fidgety.
and tried.
So what's up?
Stop it, Nakma. He's your leader. He's my leader. He's the guy I care about. He's your friend and ally.
I gotta keep an eye on
He
him
changed
now.
gods for this group.
So I'm his babysitter. Where'd you go?
Who
I told
watches
you.
the watch?
I went upstairs and I attempted to find out what this liquid is. I didn't know that all I had to do was ask you. If I had known that, then I maybe wouldn't
Some things
have
are really simple,
accidentally taken the head off of the spear, and she is gone
What?
now. But she was saying some very weird things about strong hugs, and it put me off.
Okay, get past the
So
murder.
whoa,
part.
whoa.
My point is
You killed the
She
lady
told you
head.
what the liquid was.
she told me what it tasted like, which is coconut and metal.
Yeah,
you
I
know
could've
that
told you
it's
that.
God's blood.
It does taste like coconut and milk.
Here is what I think our options are. We can go back upstairs. We can talk to the wizard, see what he knows about God's blood, if anything, and how it reacts to certain chemicals or whatever, because we seem to be in a fucking hot shit of a mess here, gentlemen. We can take this other vat and smash it, as Nakmaz wants to
Could.
do.
That one was cracked. It was just ready to go. I just helped it along.
If we decide to smash it, then we have to be very clever about the way that we do it, because
Agreed.
there is no doubt that it is just absolutely filled with danger. Yes, Moon?
No.
It's not reacting to the acid, right?
Correct.
What if it was like 50-50? We used the acid. We had used the acid on the other one, and it might have exploded. I'm still afraid that if we open this next one, it's gonna blow.
I'm almost convinced that if we open this next one, something terrible is going to happen. I don't know if it's going to blow up, but something bad is going to happen. That's what I think. But I have a
I
potion.
think you dying has weakened your spirit, Taz.
Weaken my spirit.
Yes.
Taz is just like filled with rage all of a sudden. And
Good.
you see me.
your anger.
You see me just like starting to grip the haft of my axe, and I almost settle into a fighting stance, and then before you know it, it's just gone. Do not speak to me that way.
He sullies your pride, your honor.
Sorry, Nakma. I don't know what overcame me.
It's okay.
Quiet. Anyways, if we are to destroy this, then we must make sure that none of us can come to harm. I still have a potion from back in our days when we were chasing Genesis.
Yes.
It can allow, well, you know, it can allow a person to turn into a gaseous form.
Oh, I have one of those too.
Mooney, you have magical slippers, correct?
Yeah.
They keep you off the floor?
No. They attach me to the floor.
Right, but you can go to the ceiling, yes?
Yeah.
So you could perhaps devise a way to tip over this. No, it doesn't tip, but you could break it. We could find a way for you to break it from up there.
Like tear the top off?
How high's the ceiling?
The top is off.
Not on the other one.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I mean like
The one
It's
that's
still
still up.
glass, though.
Don't you guys wasn't there a glass cutting tool in that glass cutting kit? Couldn't you just cut the top off the
Glass
side?
blowing kit.
Glass cutting tool?
Like a really
I don't remember him
sharp,
saying
like,
that.
diamond
but
blade or
would
something.
there
Diamond?
be?
Yeah. You could just use diamond and just keep going around the top over.
That doesn't solve the problem of what's inside, though.
True.
I mean, however we get inside, however skillfully, that liquid is coming out of that
I
vat.
just drill it.
The
Oh,
hole
yeah.
At the hole at the top would stop it from releasing, but however, right now the problem is that the item's at the bottom.
Yes.
And it's too big to fit through any hole we make.
We can make a bit of
Could
hole.
make it.
We could definitely make a big enough.
I'm going around in circles. Make your decision. Don't
I'm not going around in circles. I'm
We don't
talking
know what
the
happens when we
situation
hit it
through.
with ice.
We don't know what happens when we hit it with ice.
What, this? I kind of like pick my foot up.
The fluid on the floor, yes, but I'm more concerned with the fluid in the vial. My
Yeah,
idea
well-
is to freeze it all, and then break it, remove the item, and get the hell out of here.
I agree.
I like that
Okay.
idea.
I love the idea, and
Yes.
I'm totally on board with that. All I'm trying to say is I want to keep us safe when we do it in case something happens that we don't expect. So all I'm saying is when that happens, we should all be out of the room. You should
Agree.
have the potion of gaseous form. You should break it or do whatever you're going to do from the
Xander
ceiling.
would love to blow the dragon's breath.
Xander.
On the glass.
Oh yeah, you could freeze it. Frost breath.
Okay.
That's the idea, yes.
Right.
but
We would all be out of the room.
not going to necessarily break.
Oh,
Just
shit.
If it all
freezing.
freezes as the plan progresses, then one of us walks in.
Is that a deck save
What?
spell?
It's an area of effect.
Oh, okay.
It's freezing air.
We hit doors with it earlier.
Right.
So,
I like that idea.
okay. So if it does freeze the entire, sorry to derail you, but this was my idea. So if it does all freeze, then we could tip it over. It's a popsicle.
Right.
We break the ice on the bottom where the object is.
Right.
At that point, we could then just melt a little bit of the ice, which is where the item is, and remove the item. So we have just a little bit to deal with. So now we need more ideas. Like,
I like that.
how do we remove
Frozen.
just a little bit we have to melt, without it touching what's on the floor?
That puts us all
A table?
at risk working on this.
Just put a table on the floor or something. I don't know. Something.
We got chains and stuff, remember? On
The-
the ceiling? We could use those to hold it so it doesn't fall all the way over.
The mithril cap from the other vial is a perfect receptor.
Oh, yeah, to catch it.
Yes. So we put it under where we need to break and melt.
And we slowly pour it out.
Yeah, some sort of flame would. So we don't know if it's gonna freeze.
Is there any way you
Is
can
the-
just break the top off and then we can just slowly pour it out in the top part?
Jesse.
break the top?
is
Yes, we could
how
break
much
the top.
of the bottom of the broken?
I don't know how to pour though off of this
Container
giant. We
is
could we could
intact.
siphon.
Yeah, that would work.
You could siphon it into another room if we had a long enough
Not a
tube.
lot. Like,
What's
imagine
this?
if you broke a beer bottle.
Good question.
So, is there some
got these
that kind of
organs.
still
Do you think
creates a
that'll work?
bowl?
Dragon
Maybe
organs,
the
right?
size of like that.
They're
It's a
24
pretty big-
hours old.
Maybe so
There's
long
probably some
though.
big chunks of glass off
Like
this,
miles
right?
of
That
dragon.
survived.
Hey, could I have made a pump out of like the pancreas of the dragon?
No, you attach the bladder to the intestines.
yeah, and I'll
you-
just, like,
you
pump it out.
Create a little suction and then it siphons it all out.
Go grab the black.
I don't
Yes.
know. Nagma was trying to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
There
Yeah.
was-
I'm just curious. I like that idea. Though. I'm just curious
They got
on
riot.
the largest piece that survived the breakage of the glass container that I broke.
Okay.
Okay.
Is how big is it? How big is the largest piece that
6 feet because it's got a piece of mithril.
It's like
attached to
6
it.
feet wide, but it's
It's-
not very deep. It's like if you shatter a beer bottle and you have like a jagged piece of glass at
Yeah,
the
like
bottom of it.
stab somebody with.
But it's
Yeah, but in this case, it had
Pretty
it had
significant
two
though, right?
huge cones protecting pieces of it. Right?
well. Here's my idea. Since
Or
you
you
want
just
to
hit it with your axe.
No, you want to freeze it
Sword. I got the axe
and
now.
keep it away from what's on
Yeah.
the ground.
Yes.
I want to use the glass to put between as a buffer between
Yes.
the ground.
Yes.
So when we're
we
chipping
also
away,
have the
because
big
we're gonna have to.
mithril cup. We have a 10-foot mithril cup that we can also.
Oh, I didn't
use.
know we had that part.
The one that's broke. So the one you broke had 2 giant mithril cups,
Okay.
basically. So we
one
can
had
use
a-
those.
You know.
Well, that's why I was asking how much of the glass was saved largely because
Yeah,
that's what that is,
I
right?
guess you're right. We don't know how it reacts to mithril. You're right. So glass would be. Do we have a mithril? Or I'm sorry.
I just want to use the
Enough
same
glass.
container
Glass.
that it was stored in. Yeah. And protect it, shield from what's on the, because there's still what's in
Yeah.
the first container on the ground.
You can tell
That's
me how
true.
high up it broke, and then I can tell you the volume. I can hold.
Real quick
If we're gonna
question,
freeze it-
Jesse. How thick is the glass that broke?
Yeah, that's a good
God.
question.
2 inches.
Wow, that's
Shoot.
thick. Shit.
Those are big chunks.
Bulletproof glass.
And that was meant to break.
Perhaps.
No.
Why would it be any weaker than the one that I've already put flame under? It was meant to break.
Glass
Yeah.
has a
My
tip.
theory is
I'm gonna just say perhaps again. We don't know.
Maybe it was this week.
Unlucky. Yeah, he just hit a weak spot. We don't know.
I guess.
Maybe
Okay.
Cormac was right, but
Well,
that one was meant for cold
but-
and fire.
But speaking of your chain of logic, what is your logic though?
Well, I think that if we're going to do anything at all, I like your idea. My thought was to just break the vat. One of us, probably Mooney from in here. He's the quickest, the most agile, and give him the potion of gaseous form while we wait outside. He breaks the vat, gets the fuck out of the room,
Right.
and we let whatever's going to happen happen. I mean, I guarantee you that scepter head isn't going to be destroyed. We wait for the dust to settle, and we go back in and collect the item. My fear is that if we chip away at this thing and break it and do all that, we don't know how this stuff is going to react. The second it hits air, it might unfreeze. It may not even freeze.
Well,
There's so much we don't
For
know.
that matter, we should just hit it from far away.
Can you make a drill? What's a drill? I don't know what that is.
You did mention something about.
Working and shit.
Fucking drill is, yeah,
You can
I've
make a
used
hold
drill.
for a spearhead and stuff. Anyway, but we just attack it from far away.
You mentioned something about asking the other two heads what.
Yeah,
If we're just gonna break it.
if you make
The
a
oxide.
mithril spear point, I can just go on the top and just go like this over and over again until we finally cut into it. I can do it from the ceiling. We've already taken off the mithril top in this one, so it's just glass.
So what is the chemical
We
base?
just can't
for
reach the item at the bottom.
That's fine.
aluminium oxide?
We just
What's
gotta get all the
number?
liquid out and put it inside of some sort of container.
I think we need to know if it
Can't
will
move that much
freeze.
liquid.
Let's go ask your friends upstairs, like you
Once
suggested.
it's open, you can stick the mage hand in.
That's true.
It's not worth the risk. We have no idea. Look,
I got it. Yeah.
I know, but
Just let me grind it down. You guys
Listen,
can stand outside the
I
room.
accidentally took a head off a spear earlier. Okay,
Listen, guys, I caused murder.
I
earlier.
need you all to understand that very easily
I killed for
this could go wrong. The purpose of this, I feel it in my bones, is for this liquid to do something with this liquid down here.
Yeah, and if I make a hole in the very top of it, it's not going to spill out.
But maybe a single drop
One drop.
One drop.
could explode.
It's like that.
Break the glass,
It's
and
like
you're
that
dead.
story about the rock, and this old guy who used to be like a robber, or like a rogue. They brought him back, and they had this alchemist of some sort. Cyrano showed me this book, and he had to stop this horrible like concentrate of evil magic wizardry put together, and if they mixed together, it would cause the person to die in the most horrible way, where like all their muscles would tense up and they just like die from convulsing on the ground. It was crazy.
I miss Cyrano.
He showed me the type of syringe you needed, and he pulled. It was like a giant one, like that. It goes into your heart. It's the only way to save you.
Okay. So here's the compromise. Mooney, are you willing to try and drill the top?
Yeah, I'm definitely. It's like my only thing I can do to help.
Take the
you guys.
gaseous
I mean,
potion.
Yeah, I just don't know how we can do it at the same time.
If any of the juices come out the top,
Let's go.
you might have to just pop the potion and get out of there.
Here, let me
I
write
like
a word
Taz's
really quick.
idea of suggest going and asking what the aluminium oxide, the
Alabama.
the
I like
blood,
that. No,
the
keep it
god's
that way.
blood, because I don't know about that.
Albanium
The
oxide.
god's blood, if it reacts.
It's going to take some time to get through the top.
We got time.
So,
Maybe this stuff will dry up.
Let's
in
go.
that time.
Let's go. Let's go.
good question.
Okay.
Does it
relax.
seem to be
I like
evaporating?
You want to try freezing it while it's in the room? I mean, we're here.
It's a spell slot. Only lasts for 1 minute or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know.
I have a
I
diamond.
thought it was a cantrip for a
You
second.
want to just cut it with a diamond?
Not yet. Let's go talk to him. We got time. Maybe it won't go away by that time.
I love that suggestion.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's
talk
walk
to
up there. Talk
That's
to
a
him.
great idea first before we start cutting. That was just broken. I had to break it.
On the way up, I'm like, what if we just take cloth? and
Jesse
just,
wrote
like,
this
soak it
adventure,
up?
and he's like, "This will take him like 5 minutes to get through this."
Yeah, right.
He's like, this is so fucking easy.
Playtesting right now, guys. Anyway.
Right.
3-year-old can do this.
What do you do?
Yesterday.
We want to go talk to the wizard.
Yeah.
This is his head.
And ask about
So
God's
anyway,
blood.
I was saying to him, they're
Wait a
back.
minute. Wait a minute.
Turn their skin into a coat.
It's like, do you see what he did to that lady? Oh, that was wicked. Oh, they're back.
What was that part of the poem about 3 something vigil something?
Oh, we're passing by right
Celestial
now. Let me just
beings.
read it.
3 celestial beings.
Yeah. They're talking about the 3. The knight, the rose, and
Yeah, and the rose is dead.
those
Hopefully
3.
they're not talking about the king.
Ah, look at that.
Oh, son of a bitch!
The Slayer of Northerners has returned. Back to finish what
Killed
you
one of them.
started, eh?
What do you know about God's blood?
Don't.
What is your friend going to do to us now? He already killed one of us.
No, it doesn't really matter. I'm just saying it's a reoccurring.
What do you know about God's blood?
It wouldn't be the first Northman I've killed.
God's blood, you say?
Yes.
Ah, God's blood. Yeah, the blood of gods, as they call it.
Brilliant.
Pay no attention to him. He is an elf, which means he's an arrogant fool. God's blood.
Yes. Go on.
I told you already. Is that? Shut up! Nobody's speaking to you, you imbecile. God's blood.
Dangerous.
Are you speaking of the alchemical reagent? Or are you speaking of literal blood of gods and divinity? I
tastes
told
like
you,
coconut
speaking
and
of
iron.
divinity.
The alchemical reagent, of course. What else would I be speaking?
Of course. It's used in smithing as well as other alchemical processes. It's a mostly harmless chemical.
Told you it was harmless.
Alabarnum oxide.
Could you be a little more focused on the mostly part of that conversation?
I'd be happy
Yes.
to. God's blood. You drink it and you turn into a god, clearly.
I don't like that one.
Captain.
I really don't. Like,
Don't think he
no
knows.
attention
we had to
that.
choose. I still
Captain
say
doesn't know
it's just
nothing
one.
over there.
He's a fool.
I am having a hard time arguing with you right now in regards to that.
So what would you add with God's blood that makes it toxic?
What would I add to God's blood to make it toxic?
Not toxic. Explodey.
Exploding.
Or dangerous, or...
Dangerous.
Gaseous.
Toxic.
Gaseous.
More adjective.
Yes.
Yes.
Harmful.
Give me your adjectives. They
Deadly.
feed me. Your adjectives only make me stronger.
Here's 2
Speak
more.
or we'll do to you what we did to the Nord.
Whoa.
Do it. Release me from these shackles.
I try to intimidate him.
Roll an
Just ask
intimidation
one
check.
simple question.
I don't think he's
Turns into a
withholding
Shakespeare
information
act.
from you.
If you don't tell us what we want to know,
17.
Oh, he's so intimidating.
I will leave you here with this elf. For
The big
more-
fat-
No! No! Anything but that! You would do it, wouldn't you?
I would.
You look a lot more intimidating than he is.
I'm already walking away, and I turn my back to him.
Oh, he said there was, but for some reason you're the intimidating one.
Look at me. I control everybody. Look, Nakba, turn your back too.
Right.
We're walking away right now.
Better tell them what they want to know, or you'll get stuck here with me. No! Oh, he's even more intimidating than you.
Back to the
God's
topic.
blood. Alabarnum oxide.
Okay, God's blood.
Mostly harmless. But when you
Mostly.
combine it, there's one chemical. Say yellow and tincture.
Taz just kind of looks at all you guys.
Yellow, you say?
Go on.
It's known as Little Mintius sulfide.
Oh, fuck. Are you serious?
Yes, little mintia sulfide. It's a powerful chemical.
Is that an IOUS?
I'll not spell it out to you, you fool. Only that you need to know that such a
Mintius?
chemical, another chemical, and now it's alchemical
Lord.
and used in enchanting armor and weapons, but also by itself,
It's Eminem. That's
mostly
what it
harmless.
is. Atomic structure.
Should you combine the two of them, though, they create a caustic and powerful acid.
I knew it. Yellow and
Dissolve you to the bone before you know it. Not only does it create an acid, the acid itself is unstable and self-destructive. It'll create a toxic gas.
beautiful.
Oh, cool. We'll go both of those, right?
It's gonna destroy the item.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Unless it's magical.
No,
Tell me,
we're not gonna bet on that.
and it may determine your release.
You release me, and I'll tell you, I've given you more than enough.
Is there
This
a
was
counter
not a
agent?
bargain.
Indeed, it's not.
So are you interrupting me, or do you want to bargain some more?
I wish to bargain no more. Release me, and I'll give you more information.
Anyway, this may depend upon.
I
your
can see
release.
that he's not interested in releasing me. Attach me to the body. I have
Alright.
helped you already.
History check then on that chemical. I want to know if it freezes.
Well, he hasn't done anything to help you. He's speaking nonsense. Little
What do I know
Mintius
about
sulfide? Clearly that's a made-up name. He
Taz
made it
is
up on
like-
the spot.
I swear this guy only lies.
Stellion, obey! And I cast command on the head.
Which one?
The one that won't tell us what we want to know.
Which one?
The fucking
The
Mean
wizard.
guy, the mean guy.
The happy or the grumpy?
The wizard.
Oh, okay.
The dick wizard.
Shit. Okay. I guess he rolls against it. What do I gotta be?
He's the cockroach.
A 19.
Oh, shit.
Wisdom.
Well, I don't think he's got a +3, so I guess you win. You cast Obey, and for 6 seconds he obeys, which is right now. By the way, you've broke this fucking spell, and it doesn't work in any other situation, and it will never work this way again because that's not how it works.
Oh.
So for 6 seconds he obeys. You make it good.
That's on you.
Tell me if it freezes.
No.
God damn it.
That's really good information.
And
6 seconds. That was 6 seconds.
Yeah, it's not because of your magic though. I told you that because I felt like it.
Well,
Which is why you should attach me to the head.
clearly he is a weak and ineffectual spellcaster. He couldn't even defeat simple magic.
Hey, how do you get rid of the oxide?
What?
Sell yourself
How do
short.
you get rid of the oxide?
The Alabarnum?
Yeah, the alabarnum oxide. How do you get rid of that?
Buckets.
Anything else?
Mm.
You said it's
Hard
made
in
of
the
metal?
No, it's not made out of metal.
It's no trick you.
It's made out of an unusual
acid.
substance. Alabarnum oxide is not of the material plane.
Where's it come from?
Whoa, what?
Oh, indeed.
Mm.
This is where it gets interesting, my friends. I would tell you more, but I don't have a body.
And you never will.
I haven't got the
Let's go.
stomach
We all turn the pit.
to
turn
give
our
you
back.
the rest of the information.
That's funny. I find that funny. I love it. He's got a sense of humor, but no stomach.
Yeah, we're good.
Honestly, I don't think he truly knows the truth. I do know the truth. You don't know anything. You're a fool. I'm smarter than you. You're nothing but a know-nothing knight. You're less than that Minotaur over there.
Oh,
Yeah, I laughed at your stupid
snap.
jokes.
I just complimented
never
you,
getting
you
his
fool.
head.
He did compliment you, I think. I don't know, it's hard to say. He's
It
kind of
sound
an
like it.
ass.
Yes.
Necron.
I'll show you an ass.
Wizard.
You guys.
As soon as I have a body to show you.
Yeah. What?
That's
It's
not
non-toxic.
funny.
It is when they get mixed together.
No.
We can just
Listen.
drink it all.
No, indeed.
Bucket. It's
We
a
could
wet.
add
Strange. We could strange brew it. You want to strange brew this whole thing?
I
drink it all.
agree. Give me the body and I will drink
It
the
says
fluids.
It's non-toxic.
Yeah, it's not toxic.
Okay. Let's go back. remove it.
this
by
is
hand
insane. What's wrong with you?
with buckets.
Put me on the body.
Sure.
I will drink
And
the
then once
fluid.
it's
By the way,
I
these
will,
guys are knowing.
hey,
Let's go.
just a quick question.
I will gargle the
No, seriously,
gravy.
let's go.
How
Yeah,
did
no, we gotta,
how did the
they're never
lady
gonna stop.
how did the lady in the cell look as we walked by her twice?
Lady
We
in the
didn't
cell
walk by
who's
her.
all the way back up on the
She's at the
first
top.
Oh,
floor.
yeah, top, past the traps.
I thought
past
we had to walk
everything.
past these guys.
No,
Oh,
they're-
oh, never
they're
mind, never
now
mind.
here. Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
sorry.
no,
You want to go up and
I'm
check?
gone.
There's nothing stopping you.
Necma,
not dead.
as an
2 days
aside,
later.
Seriously, still not dead.
I'm
what all do you have in
Oh,
there?
these guys are dead.
They're just like holding their
Shit ton of
ears, like
stuff.
Like
in the corner.
God.
gumdrop buttons.
I've got
What's happening?
I was just inquiring as
Cerno
to the amount of items that Nakma is holding in
Felix
his
gear in
bag,
there.
his magical bag.
Cyril's gear, Felix's gear,
Felix.
everybody's gear.
Black fucking dagger that you're never gonna touch.
Even Cormac
I've
gave me
helped
all
you
of his
twice.
gold.
Okay,
Key to
alright.
that cell door.
What is realistically in this fucking
music
bag?
box? Nothing.
Way
It's
more than
glass
should probably
blowing.
fit.
It's like the clearance rack at Walmart.
Listen, the
There's
more
just
you
a
don't
bunch
talk
of shit.
about
No,
it,
not
the more
Walmart,
you can put
Ross.
inside.
Yeah, Ross.
It's Ross.
I've helped you twice. Why will you not
There's
help
nothing in there
me?
worth it.
That's a good question.
Because you're going to kill us. And I turn around and walk away.
That's a good answer.
I never said that.
You don't have to.
Oh, he never said he'd kill you.
You never said you wouldn't.
Oh, you never said you wouldn't.
In
Indeed.
fact, I'm pretty sure I heard you say you were going to kill Taz.
I think,
so. heard
yes,
that.
I actually
No, we
very
didn't hear that.
distinctly remember you
We
telling me
didn't
that
hear
you
that.
would
We're going
kill me.
back.
If you don't release me, I'll wear your skin as a suit. You should release me. I will not wear your skin as a suit. You have my word.
They're both rock
Well, what will you wear as
Yeah.
a suit?
I am not a Rakshasa. If I was, I'd have to tell you.
That's the rule. It only works at doppelgangers.
love that.
Nope, not true. It works with Rakshasas too. That's not true. He's an idiot. Release me. Don't release him. Release me.
Okay, yeah, no, you're
We
right.
agree,
Here,
both
let's.
of them.
I'll do that. Just be
No.
quiet for a second.
Oh.
I'll be quiet.
Oh, I seem to have left the mithril thread downstairs. Come on, boys, let's go grab that.
Oh, don't worry.
All right.
Oh, wait. I know
What are you
you
talking
were.
about?
I know
Go
you were an
downstairs.
honorable person. I shall wait here for your return.
Don't you guys go anywhere.
You fool! He's not coming back. He's
Stick
staying
around.
You rube!
Stick around.
I am no rube. I am an honorable knight, and I know that the knighted minotaur and the paladin of some lawfully good wielder of a holy relic will release me from my confines, and you will look on with envy as I am released and brought to my glory once again.
I just imagine Ruth is like, if you release that insufferable fucking elf, I will be the first to pierce his throat.
They're never coming back. Ever. It's you and me in the darkness now forever. At least we don't have the barbarian here to bore us with her song and story of unicorns.
Not a being.
Okay, can we walk away now?
Yeah, okay, we were walking away.
Thanks, everybody.
So it appears as if there
Scene cut.
It's almost as if nobody likes us. Of course they don't like us. We're NPCs, you fool!
Okay, I'm
There
starting
was
to like
one I liked.
it. Yeah, no. What was
He
there?
has to start calling people boobs, though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You boobs.
Oh, man.
They would have let us go, but they're just a bunch of boobs.
No, not him. The other one.
It's the worst timeline.
It's the worst
Right.
timeline.
Get out of here.
Yes.
So
Okay,
we're going back
so
downstairs.
I think we're just gonna have to put in the work.
That one went over there.
We're gonna have to remove it by hand.
Yeah,
Buckets.
that's what we do.
Buckets.
We take
got
the
buckets.
suggestion of the Dick Wizard and we begin bucketing it out of there.
I build buckets.
Cause we got time, y'all.
We go all the way. We go
Two-inch thick pieces
forever.
of glass. You can get a couple cups at a time.
Yeah, we make beakers. Yeah, we take the beakers that are in there and any of the potion vials we've got, we just fill them up and then pour them out. into
And
the
once
room.
it's just a little film, I press the digitation that bitch.
You pour them out where?
Way
The next
far
floor,
away.
Yeah.
Like another room.
Way
Why do we
far
even
away.
need to pour them
Like
out?
what? Upstairs?
Wait,
Sure.
Why do we
Sure.
even need to pour them out if we're putting
Look,
them in
it
beakers?
slowly trickles all the way
There's
back
not that many
down.
beakers and stuff.
It sounded like there was quite a bit of beakers.
There was not
So many
enough for
beakers.
gallons.
Dump it in
I'm
the
picturing.
It's
more
not
of it.
working.
Ah! This dreadful substance will never leave us.
Hold on. I take a
Gotta
shirt
see
and I'm
through the
like
cracks,
squirting
man.
it out.
It's
No,
supposed to say solid
It's
water.
almost like all of the dungeon is slightly sloped to drain back
to
into
this
this
particular room. Got it.
I start drinking it.
Fuck it. Out.
Oh,
Get
God.
out. Throw a fireball in there.
It's non-toxic, right?
Right, yeah.
I start peeing it out every half an hour because we're here for like how many hours so far?
Oh, as many as we need to.
Yeah, right? So we spend the next like 10 hours and I drink it all
Where do you pee it out at?
in the acid pit.
Your body doesn't metabolize it and it drains back.
In the acid pit.
Which acid pit?
The thing
I
on
don't
the
need
side of
the
the wall.
poison.
Pool water.
Fucking
I
gelatinous
use my
cube?
key.
What? No, gelatinous cube's a great idea though. We killed that thing.
That's actually not a bad idea.
I didn't get past the russet mold.
Alright, well, wait, what?
It's gone now. He froze it all,
Yeah,
remember?
it's gone.
You froze all the russet
No,
mold
not
in
the
that
rest of the
room?
brown.
Yeah.
You
Whatevs.
don't need to worry if there's no flame.
Pretty sure we can avoid the russet if we need to. Do you guys want to go into the room that has
So
the...
you piss on the gelatinous cube.
Yeah,
killed
I
the
just
cube.
keep
We
peeing
killed
on
the
the
cube. We killed the
It
cube.
damn near almost killed us.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
on.
Wait, it
It's
did kill
surface.
us.
I just go
Did
there and I
you?
take a
Yeah.
leak inside the cube hole, I guess. Over and
Oh.
over again.
I mean,
Just takes
that's a
us
big
days.
volume hole.
It takes me days. Just
This takes.
We can bucket. We can bucket it into the hole where the
You
gelatinous
cannot
cube was.
fill the bucket because the water is like 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch deep, depending on where you are in a room.
Alright.
So you can't fill a bucket.
All
Every
right.
time you tip the bucket
I
sideways, all
suck
the
it up with
fluid-
my mouth and I
Gotcha.
blow it into the bucket slowly. I guess.
Mooney, can you
We'll
make this
absorb as
round
many
bucket
as we
square?
can, as much as we can.
Yeah, I
with
Square
the
buckets.
books.
That's what we
I'll
need.
make square
Square
buckets.
Put the
buckets.
books
Yeah.
on the ground and absorb some of it.
Yeah, we put it in our shirts too. We just start wringing them out in the buckets.
Yes, the riddle said that a tome would save us. More books.
We use the books too. We wring those out in the
Okay,
buckets.
sorry, Jesse. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, if you really don't want us to get rid of it, we can figure another way.
1d4 days later. Somebody roll 1d4. There it is. What do you got?
2 days.
2 days. It takes 2 days.
48 hours.
Cormac's been alive for 1,000 years. He doesn't give a shit.
No, he doesn't give a shit.
I can survive that
What?
No, we're not.
because
doing
I
that.
already had
Exhaustion
2
level.
levels of exhaustion.
Just sleep.
But you don't fucking.
Get
Yeah,
hit dice.
Get hit dice back, but you can still. I've already recovered my exhaustion.
All right, so I'm just a walking corpse at this point, basically.
Take 8 hours every once in a
no
while.
hit
Sleep.
dice.
Just sleep for 8 hours. That's all you gotta do.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'll sleep. But what if I don't wake up, guys?
Oh,
The
God.
ale and the water
It's
is
happened
gone
twice
because
already,
everybody
you'll be
needs
right.
1 gallon of water a day. With the exception of Cormac.
The what now?
2 days.
He's
1,
saying your
2,
liquid is gone.
3, 4,
A human.
5, 6.
Human.
We had 7 gallons.
You're right. 1,
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And
I was
Mooney's
gonna
been
say, way to
drinking
point
all
that out,
of this
you're like 3 times
non-toxic
the size of
liquid.
I know.
Which dehydrates him more. Oh, damn. Because it draws the moisture out of him.
So
soft.
You said it didn't metabolize.
It's so
now it does.
Okay, wait.
It doesn't metabolize. That doesn't mean it doesn't draw salt out of your body.
Oh, it's
All
so
the mercury
salty.
inside of it's like replacing my
You re-
like receptors.
Okay,
I'm
you know
slowly
what?
getting,
You've
like,
gotten rid of half
Alzheimer's.
of it after 1 day. It's salty. Your mouth is shriveled like a raisin. When you guys have gotten rid of half of it,
I'm just sitting on the ground.
and you're out of water,
Just keep feeding me.
Yes, moisturize.
what do? You can keep going, and you can
I'll
suffer a
drag
level
you
of
up to
exhaustion.
the bloody pool that's upstairs.
We're just scooping
Yeah,
it
go up
with
to
the
the bloody
shell.
pool up to the top floor and drink some of the water.
Or just dip you in
The
it.
dirty water.
It's
Got to be
become
settled after
fetid.
3 days.
Whatever.
Guys, start.
He's immune to
boil
poison.
That's
Ah, brilliant.
Oh my god, dude.
We used the pan that you gave us to make it not poisonous, of course.
2 days later, and I hate you all.
We got water.
And
Where are
a
you
spoon to
putting
drink
all
it.
this fluid again?
In the keg!
Jug and kegs.
Ah, in the keg!
What keg?
The the one that he was drinking the beer from!
That keg is not 10 feet by 6 feet.
Oh, wait, what?
No, it's for the water. Just
Oh,
to
okay.
drink.
Yeah,
I'm
no, he's
talking
the
about
water.
the
We're
fluid
putting
you're
it in the
drinking up,
gelatinous cube pit.
Yeah.
which is not 10 feet by 6 feet.
We'll find
pretty
more
sure it
places.
is.
We'll find more places.
Gelatinous cube was.
He just boiled
You said it
dirty
was
water.
10 feet deep.
It was a 10-foot pit.
Yeah,
at
I take
least.
out
At
all
least.
the fresh water too, and then we put all
Because
that.
it was out of our reach. It was 15 feet.
It was deep.
Oh yeah, and it never stopped filling. That was the other thing. You couldn't pull any of the water out. So every time we kept putting it in, it kept magically not refilling. So it never had a top. The acid pool, remember? Where we had to grab the other key.
Oh, that's
remember this.
right.
It
We were
never
trying
stopped
to-
filling. You couldn't
we were-
unfill it.
We were trying to like
It was
pour it
enchanted.
out to reach down the acid pool,
Right.
but
Oh.
it just stayed at the same level the whole time. So
Oh.
if we put the shit in there, it's just gonna stay at the same level the whole
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're playtesting.
Yeah.
We're playtesting your dungeon, Jesse.
it absolutely fucking is.
Right? Make notes.
Yes.
Make notes.
Yeah, so we
everlasting
we
pool
put it
of
in
acid.
that fucking pool,
It doesn't
and
overflow.
it
ever.
goes nowhere. Where you going? Nowhere.
Just goes. It goes.
The prestige.
I'll see myself out.
In the bushes.
One, I hate you all. And two, fine.
I mean,
You've drained the room of fluids. The Mooney is in a corner, slurping up and licking the floor to get the last of the fluid.
And I found another book, so I'm
He
over
doesn't
here.
look very good because he's been slurping it up the entire time and his body's not metabolizing.
Key.
I'm giving you a level of exhaustion.
He's a bit salty.
Whatever. He got back 2 levels. You can deal with 1 level. You'll be fine.
How many hours does it take?
Doesn't matter.
At least
2 days.
2 days
Fuck.
worth.
Okay.
He's just sucking shit off the floor.
okay, so our solution may have taken some time, may have given you a level of exhaustion,
I'm not feeling so good.
but worked nonetheless.
Yes.
Oh my god.
We did it.
Go ahead, Nakma.
Go team.
3 days later, go ahead, Nakma. Break that shit.
Sit over here.
away, eh?
No one's ever been brave enough to face this dungeon. Well,
Or patient. Patient enough.
all dungeons can be solved if you just take them apart.
I was imagining like everybody on the outside. They're dead, right? Yeah, bring
Days.
It's been days. They're totally dead, sis.
Olaf, finally, I've had my revenge.
Yeah, that's okay. He can think that.
All right, so we can just push this one over, right?
Yeah. Push it over.
I'd
Push it over,
Yeah.
it falls to the ground and shatters. The fluid swirls everywhere, it fills the room. It reacts a little bit with the damp stones, and you hear some sizzling. It's enough to bother your nose and your sinuses, but you take no damage from it.
Take the
And I
piece.
pour myself another drink.
Walk over. Who's got the scepter?
There's always a loophole.
We never took it out. It's still sitting there.
And I very skillfully, I'm enjoying.
There's like a little bit of acid left on
Cold
it. Just
over
touching
there.
on the scepter and just melts it.
take a point of damage.
Yeah, you are not.
And exhaustion.
Yeah. 6 levels of exhaustion. Fuck you,
Is
Taz.
this better than attacking Strahd's carriage, Jesse?
No, that was suicide.
Yeah.
Oh, attacking Strahd's carriage was suicide?
Yes.
You hear that, Matt? I just want you to know that everyone agrees that was dumb.
Hey, I watched it happen in my car.
Attack it.
I am
Beautiful.
using out of character knowledge,
Sorry.
which may
Sorry,
he
Matt.
may not have had.
Oh my god.
All I'm
Just
saying.
roasted him.
Big
Broke
bad.
the
He's
fourth
on
wall
the
and
book.
everything.
It's pretty implied.
Yeah.
He's just like, can I get a close up? You see that?
Yeah.
Continue on.
So yeah, we're gonna put
throw that
that
in.
rod and
like a 45
scepter
minutes.
head together. We're gonna get that Ashen crown of bone.
I like it.
And put him on the
like
throne.
We're gonna go in that fucking room. We're
Yes.
gonna put it on the throne.
Yeah, we're all gonna stand confidently really close to that thing that hurt us
Constitution
so
save.
many
Yeah, no,
times.
we're gonna do this a little differently, right?
What's that? I turn into a crocodile.
Oh man.
Taz knows what we did wrong last time.
This time it does the
Oh, you do?
Which
A
time?
throne needs a king.
That would be me.
No, you sir are a knight.
Closer than you.
I'm a prince.
You are not of this
Heir
world.
to the throne.
What throne?
Not of this world.
This one,
What?
the one before us.
I mean, where are you getting this information
Yeah,
from?
he's delusional. He bumped his head.
Been down here a long time, and
Somewhere.
I just wish to rule this place.
I'll write that down.
Sorry.
You
Anyways,
crocodile.
I don't know. I feel like somebody needs to wear
Alligator.
the crown and hold the scepter and sit on the throne. I don't see how just placing the items on it.
And you're volunteering? Great.
Yeah, why not?
Good idea. Let's do it.
I'm very capable of making saving
Dying
throws.
again.
And dying. So full health.
Yeah.
That's the alligator.
I'm gonna.
Sorry.
Did I give you the crown?
Perhaps we should go maybe check out the silk.
I'm an alligator for an hour. I can't leave the room.
How about just,
Well, no one
how about
discussed
just
that
place
idea.
the scepter and the crown on the throne with no body on it?
That's your idea.
Yes.
It's a fine one.
I mean, it's
Just
much safer
like the
than my
frickin'
idea.
Wait a second.
Said.
Couldn't you
I don't
just
know,
use
either
one
way
of
we
those
could-
dead people from upstairs?
You're so loud
You're an
for an
alligator.
alligator.
You're an alligator.
Either way, we're gonna get blasted with negative energy or something.
All right. So then, what do we want to do?
Fine. wear the
Everybody
shit, I
leave the
don't
room.
care.
No, you're right. It sounds dangerous.
I'm not leaving
It
the
just
room.
sounded
I'm an
cool
alligator.
too.
Sure, do it. I don't care.
Bone crown. Of course you don't care. You're a dead man. You don't care. Yeah, that was rude. I'm sorry. You've been very kind to us.
No, you're right. I like you a lot, but I will be here a long time.
And I really don't care. It'll make a great ending to the book.
At least his chapter.
Again.
A
Right,
moth.
Xander?
There's a moth that flies out of his mouth.
Yes, perfect. Some dust.
You know,
There's some dead privilege for you.
you actually bring up a good point, Cormac.
Sometimes I do.
Perhaps you should sit on the throne.
I am no king.
Where's your crown, king?
No, but you are also no living person.
Truth?
And this person who inhabited this place was a lich.
Alright.
I mean, you expressed interest in learning more of those secrets.
This book here? Right, of course.
Perhaps sitting upon his throne, wearing his crown, holding his scepter. I mean, I learned things from this spear.
You wish me to become a lich?
No, truly I do not. I really don't even know what a lich is, to be honest.
Consumes a lot of souls, but it's not much different than what I am now.
And that skeleton creature we killed.
What you want?
Do you remember
Wait,
that?
an alligator.
Forget already?
No, I didn't forget it. That just
Okay.
didn't seem like a... I didn't get a chance
Now
to
you
get a
wish
ping off of it. but
Me to wear this.
It
the
was
crown.
just a thought, that's all.
I do take less necrotic damage than you.
I impatiently stand there as an alligator.
I get you, dude.
I'm cool with
Right.
whatever.
You're the decision maker.
Let's set it on the throne and see what happens.
Let's try that
It's the
first.
safest method first. If nothing happens, we'll escalate, I suppose.
Well, it's not like we have 12 other pictures to try.
Yeah, we already
Right.
did that, right? Remember that 7 days ago
God.
when we did that?
Just like yesterday.
Oh, past us. That was
We've done so many things
so
since
funny.
Very painful.
then. We are rich.
Hurt.
Remember, we are rich.
Yes, we've already melted down all those mithril bars.
All right, the rest of
Enough to
you
buy a ship.
get out of here. I'll put them on the chair, and I don't want any of you to get hurt.
I will stand with you. Don't
Well,
worry.
You will stand.
first off, you gotta get the crown
I
off.
can't move anywhere. I'm an alligator.
Yeah.
Will you give me the crown?
Oh, there we go.
Thank you,
He
friend.
hands you the crown made out of jawbones that
Ugh.
circulate and a series
It's a
of
beautiful
finger
crown.
phalanges down along the sides.
It's beautiful.
It is a beautiful crown.
Does it have like finger rings attached to like the fingers?
Oh, a couple of them, yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yes.
Non-magical, of course.
Right.
Yeah, but like they're like pearls and rubies.
Just
Yeah,
the
they
jewelry.
look like a couple of wedding rings in there.
Aw.
I love it. I love it. It's perfect. A thumb.
I'm gonna take the
Like
scepter,
two of them match.
take the crown, bring it over to the throne, and just
I'm
sort
right
of
behind you.
place them upon it.
With the black opal leaden scepter and the Ossian crown, you place them upon the throne. As the gilded throne slides to the side, the dark chamber beyond is revealed. A wall of skulls and simple wooden doors compose the south wall. The western wall depicts 3 skeletons posed as see no, hear no, speak no evil.
Okay.
An inscription overhead simply reads, confess.
I hate this place.
Can I fit my
Confession?
Can I fit my crocodile tail in there?
That's a good one.
It's a
You
huge
could fit
creature.
in there. It's large enough to allow a large creature through.
Huge creature.
For a huge creature, then no. You
Can
have to
my
wait
tail
outside.
fit in?
Sure, but that's not going to do you any good.
It's
You
not
have
gonna
to-
like. I'm just gonna see if it does.
There is a so this is like a 10-foot wide door, and it's
I'll see if I can trigger a trap
what?
and just take my tail off.
it's 15 feet wide
I got it.
and only 10 feet through to where this other door is.
Doesn't
So
make sense.
the door itself is only 5 feet
Well, I'll
wide.
tell you what I think.
You cannot pass through until you exit your polymorph.
I
My
feel
tail,
like
though. Can it fit through?
we must
Possibly.
confess.
That doesn't do you any good.
I'm gonna see if I can trigger the
The
any
most
floor
terrible
trap
deed
at least
we've
like
ever
5 feet.
You bring your tail in and you back up and try to
Yes.
sweep the floor with your tail. And poke everything and thrash it around. And as you're rolling around on the ground, doing your death rolls,
death
you're
roll.
rolling on the ground just as a crocodile, like, ah!
Something? Please be guillotine. Please be guillotine.
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't worry. You're a reptile. It'll grow back.
So in this
Nothing
room,
happens.
does there seem to be like an altar, a place to like come up and pray or put your knees? Is there like a
It's
No.
like a hallway.
No.
There's nothing. There's a door. Beyond the door is a room, 15 feet. And on the back wall is another door. No lock on it, but a door
skeletons?
handle.
Where are the skeletons?
The 3 skeletons are posed around the door once again. One is kind of like posed up above it, arms out like this. And the other 2 are kind of to the sides. One of them has like hands on the door. The other one has its back to the door, kind of like arms crossed. But they look at they're posed around the door, and the inscription on the header of the door just says "Confess." Excuse me, confess.
Do you all care if I just try a theory and see what happens? No, you can't talk. Not
I'm an
now.
alligator.
Go for it. Yeah.
Go right ahead.
I walk up to the door
Yes.
and
Be very cautious, my friend.
I whisper to it the thing that Taz feels the most guilty about that he's ever done.
Killed all those spirits.
I was once responsible for beheading 4 innocent men.
Who? Is this something that your party knows about? Mooney and Akmon know about it?
Mm-hmm.
You say that and you grab the door handle and you open it up and you're greeted by a stone wall.
A stone wall?
There's a stone wall.
Fuck.
You close the door and realize that that's not a
Wrong answer.
confession if everybody knows what it is.
Oh, for the confession.
I don't understand what's going on because I'm an alien.
Yeah, they already. Sorry, in character. What did you say? Down there? That's a tough one.
I lean in and whisper to the door. Do I need to say it out loud?
Mm-hmm.
You must commit.
I did not mean to save Nakmal when I shot him out of the arms of the troll. I thought I was saving him from being eaten at best, but I meant to kill him.
The door turns into a black veil, and you feel a gentle pull pulling you and pushing you towards the door. You're forced to take a step through, and you disappear into the darkness as the door slams shut behind you. Your companions, panicked, look over, grab the door, and open it up wide, only to see that there is a stone wall.
I'm no panic.
I didn't
clear
open
to
the
see
door
what
after
happens.
hearing that statement.
Well, my friends,
I'm like, what?
does anyone else have anything important to say? Oh, you have to get yourself out of that form. Knock it off.
Well, then it's not gonna work. I'm just gonna be stuck.
I had my suspicions, but I didn't think it was true.
He was doing what he thought was best, as he always does. Am I wrong?
That's one truth that
Here, I got one. I felt nothing
tilts the
when I killed
balance.
them.
Interesting. Hold on. What,
And you open
what
up.
happened?
He beheaded the people
What people?
in
First day.
Dragonsport.
I
He's-
felt nothing when I executed the men in Dragonsport. It was either me or them. I regret
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah. You open up the door, it's a black veil. You're compelled. You can't help it, but you step through. And the door closes shut behind you.
So, they say in order to confess, there must be another person present. So I'm fairly certain that both of us have to say something at the same time.
Right.
Do you have your thing?
No.
Me either. So take a second.
I'm a little
Counting time.
put off by what I just heard.
Tell me about it. It's just us now.
How'd they all die? How did they just walk through a
I
door?
thought Taz was my, I
You're
thought
interrupting
Taz was
again.
my friend.
What?
I thought Taz was my friend, Cormac.
And he just said he tried to kill you.
He did.
I wasn't there for that.
You weren't.
Why would he do that?
Good question. I don't know. It doesn't matter now.
Do you believe it malice?
Yes.
Really? For what? He's jealous? Is it power? He seems the type to seek power.
What could he?
Gain from killing you? I
He
don't
could-
know.
What could he have gained from killing
I
me?
don't know.
Nothing.
You protect him. You always have.
He was my friend.
He
And I
must have
punched
thought
a
you
wall.
were going to die.
That punches a wall. Ah.
You take 1d4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Might I add that Cormac might be more interested in the facts for his book rather than confessing anything himself.
Oh, you're giving me some... Thank you.
I'm blinded by this anger and this frustration. has come over me from this new. It's so hard to believe. I can't believe this.
Is that your confession?
No.
Him? No, I don't think so. I don't think we're ready.
He's staying away from Joel when he said this.
My friend, take a second.
I have.
I see deep intelligence in those eyes. Take a moment. Think about it.
Balthazar and Mooney, you hear everything they're saying,
Oh, shit.
but they don't hear you.
Hey Taz, can you hear me?
Of course I can hear you, Mooney.
I have only
It's taken
one
a long time.
regret.
Where are we?
I don't know.
I think we're dead.
The two of you stand in the hallway on the opposite side of the door. You have a choice of going left or going right. Your companions, though you can see them through the door and through the stone itself, as if it weren't even there, they cannot see nor can they hear you.
Can we go back?
You cannot. It's as if a magical wall of force blocks your path.
What are they waiting for? You confessed, I confessed.
And then you hear Nakma talking about how upset he is that you were
He's
willing
very
Oh,
to kill him.
upset. Breaking his big minotaur heart.
And then back to Nakma
Go ahead.
and Cormac.
What were you saying?
I only have two things: a possible confession and only one regret.
Well, before you commit, remember,
I bet it's his family,
you
Taz.
told me in detail what happened in that ship that night.
Right. Right.
See what he like.
I understand that was a secret, but it is no longer. In order for this to work, we saw Taz fail the first time. This has to be something I don't already know. And I know a lot because I listen really well, and I don't sleep.
Okay,
Right.
stalker.
Taz like looks
I
at Mooney
and
he says
start
that,
writing
he's like,
some more.
Talking to my sleep, I'm now.
Stop scratching my crotch. And
Not interested.
when Nakma is like, why
Eyes
would he kill
clouded.
me? Taz like, does the fool not understand? He would have been eaten. He would have been troll food.
he can't hear you, Taz.
I did what I.
he
Exactly,
can
Cormac.
play.
I did what I thought was best.
So,
Killing
Perhaps it's something
was
about-
not my fault. That was an accident.
I think
Yes,
that's.
but you like the power. Taz says from the other
I-
side.
I was.
I think it
I
was
tried something
clear.
new.
That was clear. It was an accident. You are not the type to kill innocent people.
I am not.
It's
I
not.
think he is.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might beat him up and rough him up, but I wouldn't kill him.
You are a knight through and through.
Thank you, Cormac. That means a lot coming from a man of your ages.
What have you been lying about? What about your brother?
Innocent is just
Would you kill him?
perspective,
Yes.
Taz.
At this point, if I must, yes.
What about your brother?
And that has changed. It seems
Has
as though you were
changed.
to dive into the darkness and
Yes.
swim forever for him.
He technically killed
He
his
is
own
not
family.
the same brother that I knew. He's not.
According to whom? Visions given to someone from their devil.
Gosh. Now you confuse me.
It's
You're
a-
right.
You're talking about your brother.
It wasn't my brother. I couldn't save him from the deep.
And now, we are to understand he is here to kill you.
He tried to kill me before.
Well, then that leads some strength to his discussion.
Listen, Akma, you know, I've
Right?
been trying to kill you for a while. I couldn't say anything about it earlier.
Dot, dot, dot. Now,
But-
now I'm really weird.
Now that I recall, I did say that is my confession.
Okay,
Cormac.
hold it.
I have it.
All right.
can't wait to hear Cormac's. It's
I believe this may take some time.
and he doesn't even know we can hear it. Come
I'm
on,
not
let's
sure.
do this. Come
I'm
on.
not sure we have much time.
I
They
put my
could
ear
be-
against the wall.
They could be fighting to the death on the other side of this wall right now.
You
Without
want a
us,
sandwich? I've got an extra.
without us, they are surely to be
Hold on a
perished.
second. I start like pulling out blood. And I'm just like,
Mooney can take care
Oh,
of
yes.
himself.
They are worthy fighters.
I cut myself a little bit.
I fear my temptation.
1 damage.
My temptation for this book is too strong. And while I am here for knowledge gain, and lichdom would certainly grant that, I'm not sure I can do it. I'm not sure it's worth it. And that
That would be a grand seat to hold, though, my friend.
that is blasphemy for me.
Okay.
Because
Understood.
anything is worth knowledge gain. I'm not sure the consumption of souls is. And that's
Very true.
that's my confession.
Well, my confession is I asked
They're telling each
the
other their
par to
confessions. right
spare Opal
You did.
in the deep.
Yes.
Spoke to a god.
now. One of them that won't
I
work.
did.
Well done. Open the door.
And Nekma opens the door.
It's a stone wall.
Oh fuck! Damn.
What?
You guys just told each other your confessions.
That's the way it works. That's the fucking way a confession works.
It has to be something that nobody knows. You guys just went through
Nobody
telling
knew
each
that.
other.
Nobody knew that.
You have to do
Oh,
it like
shit.
and open the door.
Fine.
Okay.
I was
talk to
okay.
him. He's
totally wrong.
No, I understand now. You're right.
I walk away and say, "Go ahead and do it on your own."
Don't listen to me. I'm totally wrong. You heard Jesse.
He said he's not there.
Go ahead. It must be. Can't he know about it?
I'll say it again.
See what?
I asked Papar, my confession is I asked Papar to spare my brother Opal in the deep.
You open the door and it's a stone wall.
What is wrong with this place? What could it be?
I've still got my hand on the door.
It's gotta be that bastard kid. It's gotta be. I did not mean to kill his parents.
And I open the door.
Stone wall. That's the truth, right?
Like
That is the
slams
truth.
it.
Yeah, stone wall.
He slams against him.
Fuck.
Go on.
You must confess, Nakma.
Shh, you're not there.
No, that's what I'm saying on the other side of the wall. I know I'm
Go
not
on.
there.
I cast a spell message. I'm just kidding.
That scroll that I found in the desert was not meant for me.
And it killed 2 innocent people. I do not deserve to be a knight. But I am. That needs to be fixed and redeemed.
That was a pretty good one.
All about beating yourself up.
The dark magics that I found on Minthios was not meant for any Minotaur or Cyclops. And it has destroyed innocent human life. I can't accept being a knight. And I open the door.
Stone wall.
Fuck yeah! He is a knight! Heck yeah! Woo! You see Mooney on the other side? Yes, he totally is a knight! Fucking deserving! The wall explains it! By the walls!
Out of frustration, Nakma swings his axe or his sword and stabs the wall.
Stab the wall!
Nakma pulls a Gandalf and just sits down cross-legged and lights a pipe, dude, and just fucking.
Cormac does.
Cormac.
Sorry, I said Nakma.
Did.
Cormac, my bad.
I was like, wow, Cormac.
Sorry. I meant me.
Nothing happens.
As I'm watching,
Meant for
I'm
me,
just like,
Cormac.
Speak friend and enter.
It's not meant for me.
no, you must do it.
I have nothing to confess.
That can't be true.
Everyone has secrets.
We're gonna be here a while, Taz.
I think it's just me and you now, Mooney. Taz and Mooney forever. You know, in the darkness, doing adventures. Mooney and Taz.
Me and you, bud.
That's it.
Forever.
Me and you
At least maybe
forever,
like 5
you know?
seasons.
That's how the series started. Join us on Thursday nights as we do Mooney and Balthazar, the prequel game!
Here we go, everybody. Here we go, here comes.
Dan, 6 seasons in a movie, right?
Yeah,
6 seasons.
6 seasons in
got
a
it.
movie.
Mooney and Taz.
Just Mooney and Taz, you know? Just,
Here we go. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Come on, Taz.
Everything will love it.
Come on, Taz. Just go down this hallway and come right back. We'll
Yeah.
be in and out. 5 minutes.
nothing bad could happen, right? Okay. No,
We'll get back to you. The two of you have to confess.
Nothing? Can't think of anything, Taz?
I don't want to leave you here. I'm afraid you won't figure it out.
What else is there?
That was our
Somebody else's head on a pike? That's it.
The wall is still stone.
I don't know. I haven't touched the doorknob yet.
Taz, I gotta go take a leak.
Yeah. Go ahead, just go around that corner there.
No, I'm too scared. You hold my hand?
All right. So, a confession is something that the other person doesn't know, and perhaps you've been hiding secrets.
Those were my two.
That's why.
But,
So
the
altruistic.
obvious.
Such a night. in Taz
Or are
Farm.
you lying to yourself? I think you do deserve to be knighted. Your actions are just.
You say so, my friend.
God damn it.
Go ahead. What is it? Seemed as though you just had a revelation. What is it?
I really kind of did enjoy killing his parents.
You're a barbarian. You kill for a living. I know you're just. That was a battlefield. I've seen thousands die. Especially on battlefields. You can't complain if you're dying on a battlefield. You shouldn't feel bad about it. That's all I'm saying.
It was an accident, but
The door shimmers for a second as if it's turning translucent, but then it turns immediately solid again.
it was an exciting moment. Explosion on the ship. It's horrible to think of.
You just truly jumped. What's the connection there? Your powers. Intervention.
My brother.
Soleos.
Leos.
Was he present?
A voice was.
Someone was. You can do it,
A
Nakma.
Minotaur.
Think about
Aye.
it.
I did want to kill Taz at one point.
Oh, fuck.
I wanted to choke the life out of him.
For
because
what?
of his devil worshipping, his
Right.
murdering of children, or recruiting of children. And I must say, you may have to take this bag of holding from me. This dagger inside is calling me.
Fuck. It is?
I want it so badly, Cormac.
Oh, that's really interesting, but I'm not the one to have it. We need to talk about that further. It speaks to you.
No, I just feel it.
Fuck. We must discuss ways to remove that
We've
from
been
up.
told all of our lives as Minotaur to avoid the evil and the devils and the demons because they want to recruit us for our vicious battle ways and the way that we can conquer land in a sweep. I don't know what to do. There's so much, honestly. If I was to confess, Vapar is an interesting creature. I'm intrigued. I have been. I've asked to speak with Vapar when we were on the water. Several times. Nothing came to me. My brother looks great. But he must die. He's an abomination. Ah, gosh. That dark magic that I found on Minthios keeps... and Opos, or Olaf's family. Ah, that means nothing. They're just casualties of war. They shouldn't have never been there. That's what they get.
I will say, a Minotaur's mind is much more
That's
of a
what they
labyrinth
get.
than I originally envisioned. But it all makes sense.
That's
what they get.
You killed his parents. That's what they get.
They were on the battlefield.
Who?
I agree.
You don't sell tickets to a fight like that?
No.
To a deadly... Who invites their parents?
They were at the
Seriously.
ritual. The ritual was doing bad things.
Enjoy it. You reveled in it.
You did what?
It felt good.
Killing the innocents.
To learning that new power that I swore I wouldn't use again. That wild mage
You
rage.
cut them down. You loved it.
I'm glad his parents are dead.
Whoa. Really?
I want him dead.
Well, I kind of want him dead too, even though I've never met him. He's kind of an ass.
He's a tool.
But his parents?
You know? Their death is justified.
Open the door.
They introduced him to those people, to the Genesis,
You're right.
created that abomination.
You're right. And you felt good killing them. It's not very knightly of you.
When that energy manifested around me, and watching it just fly through the air and hit the first thing and it just destroyed it was invigorating. I did like it.
All right.
I did.
Okay. And you haven't admitted that before.
I never have. I've been
Then
holding
open
it
the
this
door,
whole time.
Nakma.
Honestly, I've been holding it this whole time.
I've never heard you speak of this. Open
Open the door.
It is black. You are compelled. You step through, and the
Look
door
back.
closes behind you.
I look back at Cormac.
Well done.
You can see through the darkness and through the door, and you see Cormac standing there. You can hear into the other room, but he, as you already suspect, cannot hear or see you.
Okay.
And you've confessed like 3 things.
I did.
And Mooney the Drake, and Balthazar missed all of it. What the hell?
No, we didn't.
Yeah?
We
We're
watched.
listening.
You were outside?
The
Yeah.
second.
Oh,
Yeah,
Never walked
all of
through
that.
the door.
all of that.
All of it?
just like,
All
what?
of it. We heard all of it.
Wow.
Nice.
Taz
That
was
was-
like... punches Nakma right in the mouth.
That's how you feel
Can't
of an
even jump that high.
abomination?
That was good.
Not even my
That
master
was
called me
good.
that, Nakma.
And that leaves Cormac to confess an act of
Not you.
terrible evil.
You're not Abomination.
Yeah, we watched.
Yeah, heard it all.
It's clear it's not just a secret. It must be a foul deed of some kind. Xander pops up on my shoulder. So which shall it be, Xander? We've killed so many.
Shut up, Nakma. I want to hear this.
What's he saying?
I'm just staring at the
We've sent so many to their deaths, but so many at the decree of our masters. Yes, I know.
I'm like looking at Nakma like, see, we could hear you.
I'm just watching Cormac.
There was probably the worst when we sent
That's what's
this
way.
poor city.
I don't want to hear.
We told them to evacuate. We knew we were sending them to their deaths. It was a diversion. We snuck our main forces behind as they got torn apart. But damn it if we didn't win.
At Hero's Landing, you sent us on the suicide mission?
Should be good enough.
You son of a bitch!
I open up the door.
He totally did send us on the suicide mission. Fucking shit! Fuck! I didn't hear that.
The doors. Yeah,
too.
you did. You were there.
No,
The
just
door
it was a
is
different
open.
person.
And you
walked
stepped
through.
through.
Those poor Fey bastards.
Taz comes back from around the
That
corner.
was easier than mine. God,
Alright, now punch him too.
wasn't
Hey! You weren't there.
For what? I had my belly full with what I heard from Nakma.
We won the battle. We saved millions. A few thousand mean nothing. Don't speak to me like you know.
They were torn to shreds.
Let
So
us-
they came out of the somber citadel, their bodies whole,
right.
but their spirits were fractured.
The hall that you now stand
it.
in has two separate paths. One leads to your left. One leads to your right.
Always left.
That's right. That's why we go right.
I mean, that's why we go left. Says the Minotaur with perfect maze
That's
recall.
That's why we go left.
Always right. That's why we go left.
That should have been your confession. I am honestly always lost in mazes. I never found my way out of one without a piece of chalk. Fuck me.
Always left. That's what I say. Always
You
left.
come
Berries,
to
I
an
smash
area,
berries on
and
the
as
wall.
you traverse the path, it turns immediately around a corner to the left. And then there is a large pit. It is a 10-foot pit by 10 foot. It takes up the whole chamber from wall to wall and 10 feet across. The inside of this pit, 10 feet down, is filled with spikes of a sinister looking sort. Barbed wire, spikes, broken glass, coated in something sinister and evil looking. It does not look like a pleasant fall.
I'm immune to poison.
Okay. The
I
pit.
mean, it does look a bit poisonous, but there's other dangers down there. Some very sinister looking spikes.
Well, I can walk on the walls. Is it slick? I put my finger across it.
Oh, good call.
Put your hands on the wall. Your hands determine that it doesn't really feel slippery, but you don't have slippers. You don't have gloves of spider climbing.
I
So
take
you-
one of the slippers and go.
You were able to put your slipper on the wall.
I mean, it's worth a shot. How
As I
big's the
peel
gap?
it off,
there,
like,
man.
10 feet.
10 feet?
10 feet.
Stick your foot up.
10 feet gap.
I can jump that.
I'm just gonna walk it.
What's your strength score?
High.
More than 10.
More than 10. You can jump your strength score with a running jump.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, easy.
I take a rope across.
What?
That's not gonna work for me. I'm gonna have to do something else there. But go on, go on, go on.
I thought you said you could jump it.
All right,
Got it
Nightbot
good.
can
2
jump
feet
in,
short.
I'm pretty sure, and I can.
Your strength score is 8? Are you like the weakest paladin?
Hashtag weakest paladin.
My first of all, my faith is my might. Okay.
Strong and faith is here.
Yeah, strong in faith. And no, I've got the type of paladin ammo allows me to use my charisma bonus for shit like that, but not for jumping. Yeah.
So I got a rope.
So, Moody,
Hmm?
this is what we'll do. You get a rope, I get a rope. Tie both of our ropes around Taz's waist. I jump across, you go across the ceiling. That way he's got a rope coming down, I got a rope on the side, and we get him across, and he'll be fine.
Your intelligence astounds.
Okay, I'll stand on this side so that he can just kind of zip line across it. That'll be fun.
I need that as well.
That'll
Yes.
work.
All right.
Yeah. So I'll stand on our side after Nakbon jumps across on the ceiling and hold the rope while they try to zip line across.
You can be on the ceiling with it and make it at an angle so they can do the slide.
Okay. Who does what first?
No, we're just talking about like an Indiana Jonesy swingy thing.
It sounds like an Indiana
So,
Jonesy swingy thing.
It's kind of like an Indiana Jonesy thingy swingy, okay? So I have a rope. Somebody's holding
No,
on to
I-
this end
I
of the
got
rope. I
the
jump over
plan.
the other side.
I got
You tie
the
the
plan.
end on
But
that
he's just
side
saying
to
it's an illusion on the other
Taz's
side,
ass.
and whoever jumps first is going to die.
Oh.
So do you want to jump
It's a
first?
delusion.
No,
Like,
I'll just
I
walk
already
over there.
fucking did this. And no,
Actually,
because there was a door
Cormac,
with a
that's-
fire pit at the end.
not
No,
a bad
that
idea.
wasn't out loud. That was out of character. So you guys decide what the fuck you're going to do first. That's what he's saying.
No. No, that's not what I'm saying.
That'd be
So-
so.
I just want to
Hold
know
on a second. I
your
take a ball
order-
bearing and I throw it on the other side.
Fuck you. Your ball bearing hits an invisible wall of force halfway across, and it bounces and falls into the pit of spikes.
Oh.
Hey, it's just like that other book I read, Cabin in the Woods. Yeah, one of the guys,
Oh,
he's
right.
plays Thor in a different book. He tried to jump the ravine and he hit an invisible wall of force.
He suddenly did.
So does it
saved
go all the
my
way
life.
across? So we got like a pole. I take my spear.
Cormac saved
Yeah.
his life.
And
He's
I'm
the one who
like,
came up with the idea.
And you poke, and at
that out loud.
about 6 feet out, 5 feet out, you poke an invisible wall of force.
and it
Turn
goes
around.
all the way across.
You poke and prod trying to find a way through, and you see that the wall of force ends at about floor level. Considering that the pit itself
no
is about
wonder.
10 feet down, you could actually crawl across the wall if you had the ability to do so and get to the other side. But you could
Damn
not,
it.
under any circumstances, jump across.
Can you stand on
Got
the
it.
wall of force?
You cannot stand on a wall of
I don't
force.
think so.
Okay.
Let's just go back.
Well, I mean, can you guys swing? If I
You
hold
cannot
it for the
swing
ceiling?
across because the wall of force
There's
descends
nothing.
over it.
Yeah.
No, like wall ride the side.
No.
Yeah, if I hold the rope on the ceiling, can you wall ride around the edge of it?
No.
All right. Well, do you guys want me to walk over there and see if there's something to like undo this wall of force?
Yeah, this hasn't been a very lever-heavy dungeon, though. I'm just
Yep.
being honest with
Yeah,
you.
it's usually
was just
kill
gonna say
something, wall of force ends. Right?
Yeah, see, usually something like that. Yeah.
Well, I could take it on out, right?
But
You guys
this
believe
is
me.
probably just a persistent magical.
It's got to
effect.
stun him every
Right.
round.
Just give if you want to go over there and at least just check it out, but don't get into any fights.
Okay. I'll walk over there and stay on the ceiling and walls.
Okay. Yeah, check it out, man.
I missed my stick, but at least I got the spear.
So that's what we do. I guess we're gonna wait for Mooney to go check it out real fast.
Yep.
You walk across the wall, duck around the wall of force, and get to the other side.
I throw a ball bearing down first.
Ink, bink, 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 bink. It rolls down the hall.
I throw one at the door.
There is no door.
Oh, cool.
It only takes you a second to turn around the corner. As soon as you get around the corner, you see that the next chamber itself, there is a muscular, humanoid-looking man with great feathered wings. He kneels and is shackled in chains before you.
Oh, I don't like that.
His hair is disheveled. His eyes are hollowed out sockets,
Oh,
weeping angelic blood.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
This is
He's like, yeah, dude. I literally I round the corner and then start moonwalking back.
With his hollow eye sockets, he turns and looks.
shit.
Oh, he's alive! Oh god! Oh god!
Chains at the hands, chains at the wings and feet, forced into a kneeling position. I hear you,
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
but I do not know you. Speak your name. Who are you, traveler? Stranger in the darkness.
What else does he look like? Is he just not wearing clothes?
He's not wearing anything.
So is a nude dude. Does he have wings?
Yes,
And they're what color?
white. White feathered wings.
Oh.
The feathers are disheveled, cut,
What color is
broken.
what color is his skin?
Kind of a tan. It's a darker complexion. I don't know how to describe the skin tone on the basis of parchment white to like ebony black, but he's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, Mediterranean kind of, or
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so
Italian. He looks Italian.
Spaniards.
Just a little swarthy.
Okay.
Has no hair on his head. Completely shaved pate. Has a heavy eyeliner.
How's it going over there?
Can you hear him?
I hear
Who?
him.
That's my friend, and we are all friends here, right?
I do not know, for you have not introduced yourself.
Can we hear you talking?
You guys can
Can
see
you
me.
hear me talking? I hear you.
We can hear you.
There's a rule in the Feywild. You're not supposed to give your true name when someone asks.
I am not of the Feywild, so your rules do not apply to me.
And truly, Mooney, the Fae are not welcome here.
They are not.
We know this, for my friend couldn't even step foot inside.
Well, my friend gave you my name already. It's Mooney, but people call me the Drake. It's very nice to meet you as well.
Damn it. I did. Sorry. I'm sorry. See,
we're here to end the evil in this place, and we've been doing a pretty good job so far making it down to here. I don't really know what level we're on, but we spent at least 7 days in here. So we're pretty good, right?
I should say so, for you're the only mortals I've spoken with since my imprisonment.
You are not mortal.
No, indeed I am not.
Staring at you with eye sockets.
Oh, God.
Right.
Empty
What
eye
are you?
sockets, blood, angelic blood weeping down as he looks up at you.
Oh,
And it's just an empty darkness within.
What binds you here to this place?
Possibly these chains.
As he pulls those chains up, is there any kind of arcane ruins or anything?
All of them. All of the arcane runes upon these
you name
chains.
it, it's on there.
Can I try to read them?
Shit.
What languages do you speak?
Draconic.
No.
Common.
Nope.
That must be it.
What?
was that?
Goblin.
Oh yeah, it says dumb bitch.
Eat it, Joe.
No. No, you don't
My
read
last
anything.
one. Elvish.
Nope.
Silver.
I'm afraid that I am bound by arcane runes, much more powerful than anything in your mortal tongue.
can you be banished?
I wish that I could. but I am tethered to this mortal realm.
Hey, you get your own slippers and walk over here and ask him that.
Sorry.
Indeed.
Rooney.
Voice down the hall, get your own slippers. Come and face me.
It's now time for me to do something wild. And I run up and I hit it with the axe of sundering
Hit what?
these chains.
Hit what? Oh, the chains.
Oh. Give me an attack roll.
All right.
Let's see if you hit.
Axe of
My
Sundering.
God, I hope I don't hit that angel. That would be so sad.
Oh, fudge.
Don't roll a 1. Just don't roll a 1. Just don't roll a 1, bro. Just don't roll a 1.
I'm really feeling it now.
Don't roll a 1. You have DM inspiration.
Just you do have
You might not
DM
know this.
inspiration.
Anti-inspiration.
Yeah, I use my inspiration, but I say to him, you might not know this, but I'm the greatest executioner in all of the Northern
Oh,
Lands.
God.
shit!
All of
Oh,
Kilmore.
that was a 6.
As he approaches
Oh, you are using DM
Yeah.
inspiration.
Yes.
Come on, baby.
The other one's an 8, but
There's some
I
bonuses.
get to add 9 to that.
And it's a +1 axe.
+1.
Which is 10.
You strike the
18.
black, oily-looking metal, glowing with a profuse and somewhat discomforting-looking purple runes upon every chain link of the entire shackle. Your axe swings up and overhead, crashing down with a great, mighty force. And as it collides into the chains, the angel is forced to one side against the force, recoiling, and the axe of sundering shatters into 1,000 pieces, destroying itself. The
Sounds like it's
chains
going well over there. What's happening?
themselves are unharmed.
Oh God, Nekma's gonna kill me!
From what I understand, he may
Hear the
enjoy it.
shattered, all this like rock sound fly all over the place.
That's so good.
What'd you do?
What's happening over
Nekma, you asked me if that was your axe.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure
Nothing!
out- still trying to figure out how to get over there.
Alright.
No, these are real thick. They're like 3 C's.
I'm afraid, traveler, mortal creature. Your name was Mooney
Yes. What's yours?
Antares.
Intaris. Well, it looks like you're gonna be the 3rd person we've left behind here. Well, the other one died, so it is the 4th.
I'm afraid that is unfortunate. A person, though, I am not. I am a diva.
Oh.
The lord of this somber citadel harvests reagents from my body for his perverse magics.
Can you hear that, Cormac? Is there anything about that in that book?
We must release him.
I'm afraid that the chains that you sought to strike, they are a type of anti-magic metal. They are known as Aetherium.
Aetherium.
Who is the master of this domain?
Unfortunately, he did not introduce himself.
Yeah, it's.
A lich.
He didn't have somebody to give out his name. I turn around the corner and look at Taz. Like, you see his, like, alligator head come around, just like the raptors, and then come back.
It could have been a code name that I was
Killed the
using. You didn't have to give up the game just because I did.
He was a lich of some great power. He must have been in order to shackle me here.
The shackles are Etonium, you say?
But we killed the
Indeed.
lich 7 days ago.
Any creature shackled in
There's no
Aetherium is unable to cast spells or be affected by magic.
Eternium?
Aetherium.
Aetherium.
Aetherium. Wow, what's going on? Like,
Antares. Sorry, Mooney, I have no slippers.
Hey,
Yeah.
too bad we don't have any of that weird acid we saw earlier that could probably melt through the stuff.
Unfortunately, I don't
bad.
believe anything could affect Aetherium.
Built this wall of force.
arcane check on Ethereum, please.
Give me an Arcana check.
What about Albarnum
B25.
oxide mixed with some weird yellow stuff?
Oh, you're using something else too. On top
No,
of it.
this is guidance, but boy, it's close.
Come on, baby.
Oh,
4!
That's good. So that's 17 plus 9, 26.
Oh, just barely.
Wow,
really
dude.
close.
Super close.
Really
Aetherium is a type of metal that drinks magic. It
Oh, wow.
it cannot be affected by magic whatsoever. It can be smithed, it can be crafted, but outside of that, it's unusual. It's almost an abomination of nature. The laws of magic as you know it. It shouldn't even exist.
Whoa.
Creatures who are shackled in Aetherium cannot be targeted by magic spells.
Okay.
Creatures shackled in Aetherium cannot
Possible.
cannot
I
cast
have another
magic
solution.
spells.
Okay.
Aetherium itself is as hard as adamantium, which means that not only is it not targetable by magic, but it's for the most part not
Destructible.
destructible by mundane means.
Okay, so I would have failed if not for my guidance.
You would have.
So what does that sound like when Testisticus helps me? In this place.
You're like psychic writing. It.
You're kind of like trying to think about it. Like you think you conjure up the image of Aetherium, and then you see like these magical runes dropping down all about it, and it's like a scene out of the Matrix, like a screensaver, as these runes kind of drip down from side to side, and you begin decoding it and realize that it's an abomination. It's an abomination of magical nature, and it shouldn't exist.
In our plane.
These things themselves drink in magic because they are magic, but they drink the magic. So any magic spell cast upon them simply makes them stronger. So it takes.
Could they be overloaded?
It takes. They can't. The more magic they take, the more
Stronger
powerful
they
they
get.
become. It in order to wield Aetherium would take something that you consider to be impossible, something that you would call a
God magic.
10th level spell slot.
I take off my gauntlets, and I try karate chopping it
Anti-magic spear. By the way.
while wearing the Croc socks.
Crockety
Yeah.
Socrates.
I'm gonna try to break the
word
chain.
I'm looking for.
Karate chop the chain.
How do we get on the other side of this stupid wall?
Not too good.
I wish I could.
15. Does 15 do it?
Are you hurt?
A little bit. Let me try again.
What do you see, man?
That's a natural one.
What do you see?
The angel's head snaps sideways.
Oh, please don't.
It sounds like you might be hurting yourself.
One more try, please. That's an 18.
I must ask
27.
you, please stop. It sounds painful.
No.
Taz
No,
takes...
This is non-magic.
Chains going ching ching
Bludgeoning.
ching. Ching ching.
No.
No.
As hard as adamantium.
That's
hard
what my
as it.
fists are.
Taz takes a few steps back and starts a running lope at this pit. And
You're gonna what?
once he reaches the
Creature.
ledge,
That's
jumps,
just trying to save your life just now.
What?
That's what that was. What are you gonna do?
whispers the words to Misty Step, and appears through onto the other side.
Crafty. It works. Misty
Hold
Step
on.
takes you around the corner into the other side
Wait.
as you see a trail of mist
Nothing.
duck underneath and land him on the other side.
When he casts a spell next to you, do you take attack for opportunity?
No.
Like, fuck no. Bam!
We all heard his confession.
Just tripping.
Sorry.
He's finally using
Mage
it.
Slayer!
What is there?
I'm waiting to use that feat.
Now we know why.
Okay.
Oh, man.
You land upon the other side with Misty Step as Mooney is like nursing his hand from like the attack upon solid metal that his key has no effect upon.
I'm missing one finger on my ring finger.
So, I know that this diva wants to say something, but Mooney, come here for a moment.
I'll put my gauntlets back on.
Your friend wishes to speak to you, but I wish to tell you one more thing.
Yeah.
I have a tunic. Reach into my tunic around my neck. There was a chain. You reach into the tunic and grab the chain, a necklace around his neck, and draw it forth. And hanging from the bottom of that tunic is a key made out of Aetherium.
Ooh.
Mortal, as a diva, I am incapable of lying. Nothing I can tell you may be false, nor may I hide any information from you. And as such, I have given up all hope on ever escaping. That key will unshackle me. However, that key will also lead you to a treasure. A great treasure within this somber citadel. One free of any risk that you may take with you.
I don't need money. I start like pulling the key towards. It's like,
Just,
what's up, Taz?
just stop that.
No, hey
Lou.
Taz. Remember when you changed the locks on the thing?
Stop that.
I believe you as my leader, but you need to keep doing these in front of us, okay?
Change the locks on what now?
No, I mean when you killed that lady without us while we were
Should
sleeping.
you find the treasure, that key is the only thing that will take you to the great fortune within this somber citadel.
See, I don't need treasure.
But it is
As long as
also the only key that shall unshackle me.
As long as I've got friends.
Okay,
And this is the only person we can save out of this place.
You must choose whether or not to live a life of great wealth or to live a life
Dude, come on.
having freed a diva
okay.
who will not be able to help you once you have unshackled me.
Yes! That's the beauty of it all right there.
First of all,
Your
Lou,
act of kindness will be selfless.
are you done trying to convince my
We'll
friend
go
to save
down
your
in
life?
history.
I only have to speak the truth.
Seems a bit biased.
How did Alabarnum come
The
to
truth
world?
is cruel.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. You're alive for a long time, right? How did Alabarnum come to the world?
I do not know of any such creature known as Alabarnum.
He's been here for a while.
Alabar.
Oh, I said it.
Oh, Alabar. Yes, no, I know of that creature. The great terrible moon that was summoned by a dark prince who heeded its bidding. Brought here, drawn forth from the far realm, defeated by a band of noble heroes who had only been able to do so because a similar band of heroes known as the Fey Bastards had bought them the time that they needed.
Fey bastards.
Indeed. Some noble line of a paladin, some paladin of conquest who had sired hero after hero.
So the legends are true.
Indeed. The legends of the paladin faced Strelian Sylvanar and his hundreds of sons.
Hundreds.
So many offspring.
It burns so bright.
The sons of Sylvan.
Sons of Sylvanar.
You have half elves of half orc, half human,
Goblin.
half dwarven, half goblin, half furbolg, half warforged even.
Half doppelganger.
I don't even know how that's possible, honestly.
Wait a second,
Half-
wait a second.
half
Is he
shifter.
blonde?
Oh, he changed his hair color quite often. He
I
was a
think we're
very
getting a
vain
bit
person.
in the weeds.
Listen, I don't need treasure. Hey guys!
Hold up.
There's a
Can-
diva over here. We could free him right now.
And?
Or we can get a whole bunch of treasure.
Look, I'm
Nobody ever chooses to free the diva.
I'm open to freeing the diva, but
Free the diva.
can I just say what I have to say first?
Yeah, go ahead.
We've made enemies.
I wonder.
How does he know all this, by the way?
The great lich spoke it to me.
Will you?
The great.
Can you die?
I can. There is no afterlife for me if I die, though.
What do you mean, no afterlife?
Yeah, they stay here, just like the orc said.
Divas don't.
I was dead when that happened, so I didn't see it.
Divas go back to where they came from. Why are you so cursed?
Astral
Because of the lich?
Whatever great powerful lich who had crafted this place had saw to it to ensure that my demise would be as horrible as possible.
Well, then we have to. I vote to free him.
What's the treasure?
He doesn't know.
Everything ever lost within this citadel.
Everything?
It's just another temptation.
Wait. But it said...
We're not here to save a diva.
It says in the riddle
No, but
upstairs
How
that
clever we made.
the treasure's, like, bad, right?
I cannot speak of such a thing, for I have no knowledge of the riddle. The lich who imprisoned me here and draws upon my celestial blood has only given me all the information I can in order to ensure that I tell you the truth.
Wait.
I always know the truth. No one can lie to me. The Lich spoke the truth. Should I die here, my being, my very essence, will be obliterated.
And what will you do once freed?
I will return to my great host.
So you'll die.
No,
Who's your master?
I will planar shift out of here and return to the celestial realms, the astral plane,
And
to
you don't have
serve
set.
my divine host.
Can we think about this? Like, we can just keep going forward and ruminate on this, right?
I just don't feel like that's right, you know? I mean, he's here, chained up. You know?
Now you
we have the
switched-
key. Well, you said we can't do it, and now you're asking him about the treasure.
I was only saying it because I was upset that you killed the lady without telling me.
You thought I was gonna kill the
That
angel?
is the temptation that the Lord of this citadel has put before you. The treasure of every adventurer to have died in this citadel is teleported within a particular room, of which the key hangs around my neck.
Oh, like the Alteog in those stories about the Tomb of Horrors.
And should you free me, the key will dissolve. And that treasure, the only treasure upon this floor that is not cursed, will be lost to you forever.
It's a trap.
He says he can't
It's always
lie.
a trap.
The Lich could not lie
That's
to me.
the trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
need
can't
treasure.
fucking cast Zone of
Let's
Truth.
just get out of here.
You could cast Son of Truth, though it would do you no good, for I cannot lie.
How would I know unless I cast Zone of Truth and those stupid Ethereum things would suck it up?
Perhaps you could trick me with some sort of logic puzzle. Like ask me what color my skin is.
Oh shit.
I'm not entirely too sure. It's up to you.
What color are your wings?
They're... Last I saw upon them, they were white, though my eyes were plucked out some several hundred years ago, and I have
What do you
not
see
seen them
right now?
since. I do not see anything. My eyes were plucked from the sockets.
He's telling the truth.
He's right. I'm telling the truth.
Yes, but he could just be choosing to tell the truth right now instead of.
What do you want, Taz?
Look, your friend clearly
just want
has
my
no
friends on the other
knowledge
side
of
of this
celestial beings.
Hey, how do I get my friends on the other side of this wall?
The other side of what wall?
There's a wall around the corner here.
Wall of Force.
Yeah, wall of force.
Oh. I'm afraid I don't know anything about the Wall of Force. I was brought here, and the chambers were built around me. The Lich has only fed me the information that he deemed necessary in order to make most things around you a trap. I must admit, trusting me does seem like a risk.
I say we just let
I
it.
cannot lie.
Will you be our ally at some point in the future?
He said no.
I cannot say. I will not help you.
Will you speak our
Here.
good names among the heavenly host? Will you tell of our deeds this day?
I will at the
How
very
is that
least.
selfless?
At the very least, I will speak of the great deeds of Mooney.
I'm leaving. Do
For
what you-
his is the only name I have heard.
This is Taz Balthazar. And
Greetings, Taz Balthazar,
I'm not in the room yet.
he says towards the Wall of Force.
my
Right.
buddy Nakma is trying to jump across right now.
No, I'm not.
No,
Nope.
don't do that.
Nope.
Greetings to Taz Balthazar.
I'm just a little unnerved, and to be honest, I'm quite exhausted. I've been down here for several days. I was forging metal just a few days ago. I'm just tired, man, and I can't imagine how you must feel after being down here for all of these years. I've already said my piece.
If I could die of exhaustion, I would have chosen to do so many ages ago.
Yeah, I don't need treasure. Do you guys need treasure?
Who do you speak
Lots of
I come around the corner. Guys, we have a choice. Like, free this diva or, like, get a whole bunch of treasure.
Well, we got plenty of the.
And freeing the
Precious
diva is
ore
not going
we
to get
got.
us anything. Is what he says.
Do you know
Just let him go.
a diva named... And I say the name of the diva that we killed.
We
Because I
killed
changed-
it.
That we killed? What?
It wasn't a diva. It was.
Yeah,
A,
you kill a diva.
was-
no, it
Oh,
was
was it?
I have the head.
Oh.
It was just the thing with it had horns, but it
No, I'm
wasn't a
talking
diva.
about the Genesis leader.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
a diva. It was no, it was something else. It's called something else.
It was an angel.
It was some type of
angelic, but it's not a
Yes.
diva.
Oh.
That's a good
I
question.
can't remember either.
Arizael.
Arizael.
I am only here to chronicle your deeds. If this was your choice, then go forth.
I mean, you make money anyway from your shop, right?
I'm not here for money.
Yeah, right?
Nekma.
Let him go.
We're not here for money, Tass. We're here to kill these gods and get out of here.
I
He's
already
a prisoner
said,
of this
let him go.
festual place.
I would hate for someone just as evil as the Lich to come down here and just see this font of magical power and use it for more wicked deeds. It would be awful.
Let's do it together. We'll just turn the key at the same time.
Alright.
Alright. So we pull off the key from the diva and we stick it inside the lock and the two of us turn the lock at the same time.
Because that's the greatest treasure of this place, right, Mooney?
It's our friendship.
It's our friendship.
You unshackle one of the locks. His hand falls forward. His other hand still is suspended. And he kind of tries to look in a direction, but blind as he is, he doesn't look directly at you. You undo the other shackle, and he falls forward, falls to the ground, almost belly first. His wings kind of stretch out. You see that the feathers slightly regrow, and he says, "Ah,
Nice.
finally, I ascend once more." And he planar shifts as he beats his wings and takes to the... elevates himself and shifts out of your existence. You see now the chains of Aetherium drop to the ground and become... I wouldn't call them harmless, but become...
Inert.
They just turned off for a moment.
And
Are they still attached to the walls and stuff?
Yep.
we'll play again next week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, we
they're still
saved the
attached to the
diva,
walls.
guys.
Saved the diva, all right.
It's good. It's good.
Feel good about it.
I do. I mean, I really honestly am thinking of all the fucking treasure we could have had, but you know.
Yeah. Kind of made you guys pass up on a lot of it.
Yeah.
Hey, you got the mithril caps, though. So that's
Okay.
definitely something.
That's definitely something.
And we can
That's
take this
definitely
gold statues
confessions.
at the end.
Huh?
We could take the gold statues that we got the rubies out of.
Yeah. I mean, there's still shit to take,
Mm-hmm.
but
There's that whole room full of gold.
I thought you guys would get further, but those 2 tanks of chemicals really
Drug it out.
made you paranoid.
yeah, we were
Just a
worried.
bit.
I mean, personally, I was worried about the entire room just lighting
was
up
too.
and like fucking
Yeah, dude,
20
like the
dice
whole time I'm just like,
explosions.
this is gonna blow up. This whole room's gonna blow up. We're all gonna die right here. And it's gonna be like
My
combining the
suspicions
two
were correct.
fluids in
Oh,
Die
yeah.
Hard 3, you know?
Blue and yellow make
Right,
green
where
death.
they're tied to the bomb.
Yeah, like when you explained that the first time to me, I was like, oh god, it's just like the quiz that you tried to tell us like at the beginning of Die Hard 3, where it's gonna like take the water jugs and try to figure out how much is exactly inside of. Right?
Never saw Die Hard 3. That shouldn't surprise any of you. I hardly watch movies or anything. So,
The first one's
Hey.
a Christmas movie.
Yes.
you made it through that part.
Woo!
You're
Yeah.
not far away from the end of this floor.
Alright.
This
And
you didn't say dungeon there.
There's
We have one more
there's
floor below.
one more small
Yes.
floor.
Ooh.
it's a smaller floor.
Ooh.
And
Big enough for a boss
All
room.
means bad.
Yo, and we've been down here for like 5 days.
A lot of
Oh,
days.
now, yeah, I'm gonna say
five.
you guys are out of water. You take another short rest, and everybody gets the level of exhaustion except for Cormac because he's undead.
Don't use water.
I can't take many more of those.
I'll go upstairs and drink the dirty ass water. I don't care. I'm a minotaur.
Um,
I'm drinking out
So
of
I got
trough
2 levels
before.
exhaustion now?
Look, you want to know what happens when you drink like water with rotting?
Yeah, but we can purify it.
Yeah, we can cook
God
it in the pot that you
damn it.
gave us.
Yeah.
All the water disappears.
Then I pee in the pot,
Yeah.
and then we cook it and drink
Cormac
it.
is our
You
like,
don't drink water. You can't pee in a
Then
pot.
they all do it.
Yeah, we do.
Anyways,
Yeah, we
you want to
just
give
still
us
good
your
for
option.
hot.
We'll see you after the show.
Stop drinking water.
Note to self: the
Yeah.
next time I make an endurance dungeon, don't give them something to purify water. Okay, I got it.
Purified.
Great.
Not
Fantastic.
Just, not just water, but food.
I'll write that down.
Yeah. Okay,
water,
great.
everything.
Lesson learned.
All right, everyone, say goodnight.
Bye, everybody. See you all next
next
week.
week.
See you later, guys.